Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Sunday. Sunday evening, part 2. We are here with you for the next 3 hours, and it is going to be a really sensational show. We got so much brand new. We've got amazing values. I'm going to take everything down and discount. It's the biggest night in shopping, right? So we're going to give you a great value on everything you see, and if you find something you can't live without, I will make sure you pay a lot less than you ever thought you would. So that's the name of the game tonight. We're so excited you're here. Again, if you have any requests, please let me know. Got to highlight a few items before we get started because you need to know. There is a trillion cut Tanzanite. It is, I really don't care what the carat weight is because it's so dazzling. It's one of those, it doesn't matter. Have you ever heard of the I don't matter stone? It don't matter because it's so amazing in the trillion cutting and the brightness and the red flashes that, quite frankly, the carat weight takes a back seat to all the color it's giving and all the neons it has. So it's also in a fabulous bridge mounting. So we will see that a little bit later. And if you do, where did that British accent come from? I don't know. But we do have a Sphene coming up. It's so funny because, you know, if you wondered what the heck she's been doing the last 4 hours since we last saw her, besides just, you know, getting a little nourishment, a little protein, and a drink of water, well, talking to a lot of you guys. And one of the requests that I got from a gal I'd never even heard from before said, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a 3 to 4 carat Sphene. And my initial reaction, that was a really easy question to answer because I said, well, and she wanted a round. And I said, you know, we don't have one of those because we don't have a big round. Wouldn't you know it? It's just, again, maybe it's manifestation. I'm not sure. But there is. I walk in this afternoon and here it is, a brand new piece. Never seen this stone before because usually I get to see some of the stones before they even get set. Never seen this stone. It's nearly 5 carats in a color change Sphene. In the saddle mounting. So gorgeous, so bright. And just when you think you've seen the best in Sphenes, please wait until you see this one because we have one to top them all. So Pat, if you're out there, your dream and your manifestation may have come true today. So we've got that on the way as well. And that's it. Just those items, the trillion Tanzanite and the Sphene, and then we're out now. We're going to show you 3 hours of jewelry. We've even got certified stones. We've got an unheated cashmere certified, a pink diamond that's certified by GIA, a men's ring in blue zircon. You thought we've been seeing the best of the best in ladies' pieces. Well, the gentlemen have not been left out. We have an incredible gents blue zircon for you tonight. Gents ring, I love that, and we may even do something wild. So that's coming up. A circle of life necklace, which is all those diamonds, that classic style. We love it. Yellow diamonds, Mandarin drops. I mean, did I mention everything? Not even close. We've got so much to show you in the next 3 hours. So yeah, get ready, have the phone nearby. Take a look at this one of a kind as we get started on a Sunday night. Glad you're with us. Only my second Sunday show with you. And Sunday, well, not second Sunday. Let me rephrase that. I've done 8.5 years of Sunday mornings, but my Sunday nights, this is number 2. So I'm very glad to have you with us, and hopefully you can join the party and just sit back, relax, but don't get too relaxed because we need you ready to go on those phone lines. There are some big values, like 112-4267, that is starting us off here on a 221. And we left off a few hours ago with one of the biggest, actually, I think the largest Diaspore that we have in stock. That one found its home, the 14.5 carat Asher. And then we had a lot of requests for Diaspores because, well, it was all prompted by a question about one that was a few days ago, and then that one was sold. So we worked hard to bring out some other ones, and sure enough, it was one of the hot stones of the day. So I figured let's start off part 2 of our Sunday with a 221 that's 83 points in diamonds. That's also going to be the most affordable one we have that I've seen recently, and that is very exciting. So this is a beautiful cushion cut. It's got a lot of those. I see blues, which is interesting. Usually we talk about goldens and greens and champagnes and then some pink and purples because that's what color it changes to. In this case, I'm seeing some aquas. Aqua, like a really beautiful, beautiful, bright kind of aqua blue. So it's a fascinating stone, really, and it's only from one source on the planet, and it's going to be a one only. So 83 points in diamonds, fabulous piece. If you want to change the gold, it's in the yellow now. You can change it up if you'd like, and we do that free for you. And this will not be wow, well, let's see. The first price was $49.99. Looks like it already was dropped to $29.99. Then it came down to $19. Then it stayed there for a while. Then it came down to $1,500. Well, now we just need to make sure. So basically the whole objective here tonight, move every single piece. Do everything it takes to move every single piece that I put on that wheel in front of your eyes. And it's not going to be $15, $14, $13, $12, $11, even $10.99. It's not $1,000 and it's not $9.99. And this is one of the hot stones of the entire gem world. One of the I wouldn't say newer in the sense that it's been around a while, but not a lot of people knew about it until just a few years ago. And now it's really gaining in popularity and traction. And now, yeah, everyone knows it's an expensive stone. It's an exotic. I'm not asking for too much money, I don't think. It's not even $9.99 or $9.50. We're gonna make this $9.49 first caller on that one. So white, yellow, or rose gold, totally up to you. And again, welcome on in if there are any requests. Maybe there's something you maybe perhaps thought about from a little earlier, a few hours ago. Maybe you're still mulling over something from yesterday morning or yesterday evening or Friday night or 2 weeks ago. I mean, it's a free-for-all here. Just tell us what you like, what we can show you, what we can bring out, a request you have. Obviously, I've got a whole 3 hours plus plan, but it is really up to you and whatever it is you want to see. So we'll give that about 30 seconds, then we'll move on. I do want to bring you that Sphene early because, well, it might actually stun everybody into just kind of submission here. It's just, it is really, really something. I mean, these Sphenes are impressive and important always. The one I have today, I have never seen one of this quality before. So I'm thrilled to bring it to you. We'll give you a little sneak peek at it and maybe just even send it out. So that's coming up. And then our rare trillion, yep, a rare trillion Tanzanite. I've got one. It's a big size. It's over 6 carats. So that's lovely. And it's in a bridge mounting with almost 2 carats in diamonds. And there's even some new designer diamond and gold pieces, more classic wearable styles for you. But that one's only $9.49 now. Just because when I tell you something that is coming up in the show, and we sometimes, again, you can always say what you want to see when, but this is really unbeatable. And out of everything I have in the show, and there's a lot of really beautiful pieces. I mean, I'm probably not going to show you the ugly ones, right? I mean, it's, again, we don't have any. It's just one of those where we get so selective about what we bring. And I've had color change Sphenes. We've had a few. They've been popular, to say the least. This is out of our, not private collection, out of our museum vault. Stones that are literally either have been in a museum or are going to be in a museum, unless, of course, does that mean we're going to come in 5 years from you and say, we need to borrow that back, we need to loan that out to a museum now? If you'd like to pick it up and purchase it, it's all yours. It is yours. Forever and ever and ever, and collectible as it is. This is the one I was telling you about. It's our nearly 5 carat stone. It's going to be a round, which is always tougher to get, really tough to achieve the rounds because, again, you know the deal with rounds. They're wasteful cuts, so we don't expect to waste something so rare and magnificent as color changing Sphene is. Any color change stone, we just showed you one. They're all rare. They're all fantastic. But to see a color change stone that goes from green to red that also has a dispersion that tops the level of diamonds, that is not something you see every day. And then it's 5 carats in size, and it just is, well, beautifully set as well. It's item number 1127731, and that is the saddle ring with the 4 carat 73 round private vault collection. This is the vault collection, very unique. I've not brought you anything from the vault collection yet. I'm hoping that maybe a few more will come out to play. That would be fun. But this is a 473 stone. I know it's breathtaking. It's beautiful. It's bright. It may even look better in person than it does on camera because I've seen this in a back office with hardly really any light, and it just was fluorescing. Just all the brightness, all the beauty. Look at that. Just a subtle turn, and look what that does. Like fireworks inside the stone with a carat 78. Hey now, we made that mounting a little bit larger to accommodate this stone. So 178 in diamonds, 473 in the stone, absolutely beautiful and rare. And it's going to be for one caller only, so who's thinking about a Sphene? And if you want to have it right away, well, I don't think there's really any reason to wait on that. Look at how that's finished. Because one of our bigger mountings, yes, it's one of the wider ones we make, but it's also very beautifully finished. And so you do have that full undergallery, but that is really the stone you put on a pedestal, whether, you know, figuratively, literally. You might want to, when you're not wearing that, you might want to put that somewhere where you can look at it, admire it like you would a sculpture in your home. It could be, I mean, really, with the, you know, wherever the best halogen light is in your recessed lighting, let that be on a pedestal right underneath that halogen lighting. So it can be your own museum exhibit that you don't have to pay money to go look at every few years. You can look at every single day. And then, of course, when you're wearing it, well, even better. You get to appreciate it and share that beauty and rarity with the world that comes into contact with you. So it's pretty amazing. Let's take another look at it. 473 Vault Collection, and another one of those priceless categories you would typically expect to pay. Yeah, how do you put a price on something nobody else has? That's when you're in the priceless category. And I don't mean nobody on TV or just, you know, retail stores. I'm talking about even And that's where museum pieces go, right? They're not for sale if they're in a museum. They're remarkable specimens. That's why they get on display in museums. That's where this one, quite frankly, belongs. But we know you all have collectors. We have collectors, and you all have collections of your own that are worthy of museums as well. And if you want to add to that or start your collection, this is the way to do it. Here it is on the hand. I can gladly change the gold color as well. So if you would rather have the yellow gold or the rose gold, I'm not going to recommend the rose gold. I would say white or yellow are your best bets here. But give us a call, because it's supposed to be only, I don't know how we're doing this for $18,999. But I also know that being a newer show, and still something that a lot of you are getting used to the idea of, being here in the evening on a Sunday will let me help you out. That's the beauty of what I get to do here, is that I get to bring the prices lower because, well, we got to really, make sure that we can capitalize on these 3 hours that we have that, up until recently, not a lot of people knew about. So here's what we'll do. Instead of $89.99, I can't believe we already taken $10,000 off. I will go lower. My discount's no bounds. It really is. And we have 3 people on the phone lines. Now that may be, some people are probably looking for the pizza parlor, just dialed wrong. Some people probably have a request already for something they want to see from this morning. And then there's probably a litany of collectors who are saying, no, that's my stone. That's my stone. And whatever it takes to get it, I'm going to make it happen, because I know I'm not going to see another one like it. Here it is. Not $89.99. I'll go even lower. This is going to be the giveaway. That's why 11 minutes in, it's up here. I'm not waiting. We're showing you the goods, showing you the best. It's not just, hey, that's nice. It's really, really rare. So instead of $8,000, $7,000, even $69.99, I will take you lower, and then first caller gets it. Who's it going to be? Magnificent material. I don't have another one like it. No, I don't. There's nothing else in the vault collection. This is our TVON vault collection. It's a step up from private family collection. And it's not even going to be $69.99 first caller, and you can just say sold, because oftentimes that's how you get the pieces you want. Lolo's going to take you there. We're going to take you low. I'll give you a price that's better than you might expect. And so reserve it as your own when it's not even $6,000. It is $59.99, and we can just as good as say goodbye to that really unique, gorgeous gem. And all you got to do is call, because that's going to be yours for the taking. And look at how magnificent that is. Every color of the rainbow coming through on a stone that hasn't even shown you its true colors yet, because it has more than just that green body color. Go ahead, Jason, question? The what? Okay, show the Diaspore again. It's right here. There's the Diaspore we started the show with. That's also a golden green, kind of champagne golden green to a lavender pink. And that one's $9.49, by the way. And that did have 83 points in diamonds to go with it as well. And that one's only $9.49. Another one source color changing stone, by the way. So 2 great options. Color change Diaspore, color change Sphene. It's looking like a color change night, but that's maybe all I have for you. There's not too many that we can show you that are of that level of importance. So $59.99, a giveaway. And that's it. And then we're going to show you, we do a Paraiba and a pendant. I have this really cool baguette diamond ring. This one's all baguettes wrapping through. It looks like 2 pear shapes and then a channel right down the middle. Isn't that pretty? Pair of pears done in the baguettes all together there. That's looking good. Thank you so much for being with us. Happy Sunday evening, one and all. Let's see who's checking in with us. Well, we got Kirsten in the house. Hi, Kirsten. Thank you so much. Hey there. So is this a request? Fantastic. We have a smaller color change Sphene for Katrina. You got it, Katrina. Here's our smaller color change Sphene, and then we'll, I promise, go right back to that diamond band. But here it is. This one, 112-5748. That'll be the smallest, most affordable Sphene we have. Same thing you just saw, smaller, oval. That's a 54-pointer. And that will have the diamond classic mounting with the pave on the sides, and then that fabulous double halo, and that is 112-5748. So it's going to be our 54-pointer. It's beautiful and classic at the same time as also under gallery. Yep, finished all the way through. Then you have this really important piece that also can be changed. So Katrina, if you prefer yellow or rose, please let us do that for you. We're happy to make that happen. And really, again, that's part of why we have these custom pieces. It's really about when we make everything ourselves, not only does that provide you with, again, assurance that you're getting ideal quality and craftsmanship and workmanship with every single piece, but it also allows us to make sure the quality standards are staying at that level that we require and that we know you require. That's why you're here, because we know that everywhere else you shop, there's all types of different folks and vendors and everyone's got a different quality, then you never know what you're getting, right? At least you know that the quality is always top notch and it has to pass through many inspections to even be a stone that can be set into a piece of jewelry. Then we set it for you custom, and now you have this beautiful piece finished in a color change Sphene that's going to be a very affordable way to get one. And instead of, well, let's make this easy, under $1,000, and you know what, I'll get you an extra bonus instead of $9.99 if you'd like to have it. So glad you're with us here. We're going to do that one for $9.49. If you'd like to get the 54 pointer, which is equally beautiful, still goes from green to red. You're going to have that color changeability when you actually have to change your light source. The ambient light source that you're in is going to dictate what color you see, and I'm talking about all the body color. The dispersion stays the same. That will always be there, so that's important. And then take a look at this. Here it is on the hand. You can see that as well, and there you go. So, oh man, that just got, I think, a little bit visually brighter. The reds and the oranges at play there. Beautiful dispersive. That's the thing about the stone. It's the phenomena is, technically speaking, it's that color change, but it really is about the dispersion level, because that's what you see nonstop. That's what you're always going to have, and that one's only $949 if you'd like to get it. So Kirsten, let us know what you think of that one, and then I think there's probably, if you need something that, you know, is in the middle, something that kind of falls between the 5 carat and the half carat, we probably have something for you, and we can always find that too. We could make it on, I would like to make it at all Sphene night. Wouldn't that be great? I've always dreamed about having one show be all geared towards one stone, but they're so limited and so rare. And this is the one that I showed you yesterday that I really like. It's the round, and that's going to be 7051. So this is a round that's not quite 5 carats, but again, beautifully cut. And that's going to be a carat 20. So that's item number 1127051. We had this up on the air yesterday, and it has a huge diamond weight, a carat 62 as a matter of fact, in your diamonds all the way around. So it gives it that visual like you stack, because it's two-tone, stays as two-tone. So you've got a little bit of yellow and a little bit of white gold all together there. There's your 120 with a carat 62. And good news is we now have 3 Sphenes. So let's show you all 3. And by the way, that one's going to be only $19.99 if you know it, if you saw it yesterday. But let me show you how all 3 stack up. Yes. You know what? We're on the same page. Look what I'm doing. I literally have all 3 up here. You got it. So we can show you all 3. As a matter of fact, because you can see that they have inherently different sizes are going to bring you different colors. There's the 473 over here on the right. There is the 120 in the middle, and here's the 54 pointer. And of course, all in mountings that seem to really accommodate the size as well, doesn't it? And so we have, for a little recap, $949 on the left, $19.99 in the center, and only $59.99 on the right side. And then we'll get back to that diamond baguette ring. So looking forward to that. And any one of the 3 you'd like, again, $949. That can be changed to any gold color. This one stays in the two-tone, which is yellow and white. That one's going to be $19.99. I think that one may be going. And then this one also can be changed in any gold color, and that one's only $59.99. And it's a lot like diamonds, only it's really more rare. Yes? The 54. You got it. That one's gone. Congratulations. 54 pointers gone. Let's remind you that we actually have the $19.99 and also the $59.99. Do anticipate that all 3, well, all 2 that are now remaining will go out the door before the next few minutes go by. So thank you so much. Was that Kirsten by any chance, or rather Katrina, right? Kirsten and Katrina. And it's funny because I have 2 friends that are both with those names as well. So I don't think these are personal friends of mine that are shopping, but Kirsten was just talking to us on YouTube, and then we've got Katrina over here picking up the Sphenes. And again, $59.99. The graphics you see are on the right side ring, and then of course the left side. Plus, again, you'll have to forgive me, brain's a little, you know, I might not be as sharp as I usually am, so please forgive me in advance, because it's a lot of shows. So again, so just, you know, bear with me as I might stumble in my words a little bit, or just, yeah, I'm kind of that kind of haze of the afternoon here when normally I start to fade a little bit. So 5 o'clock's usually, it's an early morning on these weekends, about 5 a.m. start time. So I start to fade a little bit this time normally. So I'm trying to, you know, get up the energy for you guys, but here we go. That's going to be the Sphene on the left, $19.99. Take them all if you can, because there's, you know, a need for these different collectibles. And then we'll get to our baguettes, I promise, because I know a few of you have your eyes on that already. 1127148. I'll move those to the side and take a look at this. 3 rows, essentially. What we've done, instead of make it true rows, we have the center row, and then you've got the pear shapes that are also tapered baguettes that are fitting into that pear-shaped style. And this one's going to be 1127148. It's well, it's only been on the air once. And so fairly new, and yet I've got a lot of brand new as well, but that's 99 points. And forgive our wheel, it's also new as of today, so it's a little wonky as well. But that's 99 points in diamonds, and they're all beautiful baguettes, and every one of them is actually a bit tapered there. So you can see even here, look at that top pear shape. See how one's really elongated and the other one's quite a bit shorter? They have very different cuts there. That's because they've got to fit into the curves. Baguettes are actually rectangular. So to fit baguettes into curves like a beautiful sculptural pear shape, that's not easy to do, is it? It's like, remember when we were, or maybe you've played, let's not go back like, you know, how many ever years to think about when we played with those building blocks and toys with the, you know, the blocks, but maybe you've seen kids or grandkids do it where, you know, you've got it teaches them their matching and motor skills, I suppose, where you've got, you know, the different slots in the different, you know, wood block, and then the square has to go in the square, and the circle goes in the circle. It's really tough to put a square within a circle, or in this case, a rectangle inside of a pear shape. Tough to do without really customizing it like we've done so that you have all those incredible individual tapered baguettes. All right, it's only going to be $949. I kind of love that price today, really saving you an extra discount on everything I put up so that you can easily and happily shop your way to a winner, and that is definitely it. $949. Okay, and don't forget that Diaspore is still here, right, Jason? You didn't take that. You were asking about it, but didn't take the Diaspore. So that one is still here if you want to have where we started off the show with that incredible color change Diaspore cushion cut that was also $949. And then I'll try on this band for you, because why not, right? You probably are curious as to how big this ring is. Well, it's all done in 14 karat gold. And it's interesting, I would have guessed maybe 18 karat just based on when I picked it up, actually. The feel of it is very hefty. And so you've got a nice feel, which usually, again, 18 karat gold, a little more dense. So usually I can tell by, you know, once I kind of gauge it visually, usually when you pick it up, you can kind of tell if it's 14 or 18. It's got a nice weight to it. It just tells you there's a lot of 14 karat gold in it. So it's a very special look, and it's got great finishing on the inside, which I'll show you there. There's that under gallery per se, and that's only $949. It's a kind of a fun way to do a diamond band that's not so basic. Doesn't look like everything you've already seen, because we've all done the single stone bands and whatnot and all that. It's great, but this is giving you a little more style and really gives you like a triple stack there. And then we have Mandarin in a bridge and a new Paraiba design in a pendant. And I do have, I think our best value on blue wings left in the house is probably these drop earrings that I have for you as well. So we still have some big drop earrings and opals, and you name it, we got it. And we'll just kind of, again, hang out, show you jewelry. If something catches your eye, great. We'll make it a great value. This is one of our many GIA certified alexandrites. So that's actually, well, I say many GIA certified stones. I've got pink diamond, cashmere, sapphire, and alexandrite. 3 of the rarest stones the planet's ever provided us, and they all happen to be here with certifications and documentation that you're going to get for free. So I think that's always kind of nice as well. Why not? And then our gents piece, new. We've got that new diamond band. I do have a heart-shaped ruby if you're feeling a little extra love tonight. I know Valentine's Day may be past us here and in the rear view, but every day is a good day for a heart-shaped ruby. What do you think about that with the yellow diamonds and white diamonds? So superstars are here, and then we have a new pair of earrings that I'm going to show you. This is the Trillion. I get requests every single day. I'm a big fan of Trillions. There's no question about it. But if you're not, I'm gonna see if I can persuade you to be a Trillion cut fanatic. I know it's a little powerful. It's a little bit. It's definitely not a quiet stone. It's kind of a loud personality stone. But I'm going to give you an opportunity tonight to get our last Trillion. And it is a 6 karat size, it's a big stone. It's got a great bridge mounting. There's almost 2 carats in diamonds to go along with it. It can be done in any gold color. It's something special. So we have a new designer ring. And I'm so happy because there's more than one. So that's exciting. But there are only 2. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. We've got 2 of this next designer band. Wait, you know what? We just had a designer band. Let me show you earrings first, then we'll get to our next designer band that's got a really cool finish to it. How about new earrings? 2 of these. And I don't mean 2 in the pair. I mean 2 pairs for everybody. Look at that. Okay, we've never brought anything like this before. We've done hoops in every style, and then you realize, nope, we haven't done every style yet, and now we may have. This is 1127846. Even today, earlier, a few hours ago, I had the most beautiful pave. Oh, and I saw that we had a question earlier about pave. One of our customers asked, Yes, but in pave, how are the diamonds set? Which is a great question, I guess, because, yeah, how are they floating? Are they like interlocking together? Well, actually, pave is supposed to look like that continuous solid look of diamonds across the way. But there's actually, if you ever look at good pave, and this is probably not the best example because there's no pave in this, but if you look at pave, I just wanted to address, because again, I didn't see that question live for whatever reason, so I must have been just a little distracted or busy, but just want to let you know that the pave is actually, think of it like a micro prong. They're actually still prongs in pave. Every one of them is secure. Actually, I contend pave has to be some of the more secure setting because you're usually working with a lot more diamonds in the same space. So you really have to be even more meticulous and careful about how you set them, because it could be easier when you have a lot of diamonds that you're working with as opposed to 1 or 5 that you're setting. You're setting usually dozens or hundreds, and so you really have to have them be extra secure. So when you have pave, there's actually little micro prongs. Every single diamond is still held securely with prongs. So I just, again, maybe we talk about pave a lot. Not everyone understands what that is. So again, hopefully just in the vein of trying to educate so that you're the smartest jewelry shopper out there, we'll let you know. But that's going to be 112-7846. This is a new earring, and it's going to be lined in diamonds, but almost looks like a little diamond shape of diamonds up front there in the middle, and then it goes top to bottom, the larger stones. Then they actually have these sections that bow out a little bit. They're done in a total of, oh, and by the way, they're 18 karat gold. So you know my passion for 18 karat gold earrings, just because I wear 14 karat gold a lot of times, and my skin reacts to 14 karat gold, and more importantly, the alloy. So if you get 18 karat gold like these are, that's nice. Because if you are sensitive to alloys, you're going to have less reaction, or hardly any at all typically. So 44 points is the diamond weight in the rounds. They stay in the white gold. Let me borrow this one, show you. It's like a, think of it like an oval shape, because when you look at it from the side view, you see the 44 points in diamonds are only in the front, but then it's got this oval shape. It does bow out. So you've got, or rather out, because again, everything's opposite, but that's got a nice big hinge. So you see it's just going to hinge at the base. You open them up nice and wide. Post goes through your piercing, and then you literally just click it closed. It could not be simpler. And the length is going to be important as well, because you're probably curious, are they a 1/4 of an inch, like a Huggy, or are they 8 inches? Well, they're actually going to be right in between that classic length of 1 inch in that drop, but they all look like, it really does look like you have fancy cut diamonds when you see them on. So we'll show you that here coming up. You can go back at the close-up, and then I'll pop one on for you, and it is going to be, yes, it is. This is a really special, oh, I love these. They're very decorative and pretty, and yet it's nothing that's overdone. This doesn't feel like too much for even every day. Hold on, yep. I did that. I put my earring in, or rather the TVON earring into my other earring, because again, I'll just show you real quick what this looks like, and then we will worry about where earrings go, because sometimes I'm doing stuff without a mirror. So here it is. That's what it looks like on. What'd I tell you? But that's a really cool look. See how it's bigger diamonds, then these little sections that bow out a little bit. Then the midpoint is where you get that, what looks like a rhombus cut diamond. We've had those in the past where you see that there, how it looks like that bigger diamond there. Let's go back to the wheel, get you a great value. Only 2 pairs to go around though, and they're both in the white gold. So they will not last for very long. Welcome into Sunday. We are live. I get that question a lot, like, oh my gosh, what's going on? They're running. No, this is a live show. So please feel free to call in. We'll help you out. We'll get you what you need, and we'll show you whatever it is you want to see. But if you're just going to sit back and relax, you're going to see a lot of brand new today. That's really the key here. And we're going to make this, yeah, is it, I was wondering the same thing. I saw that. So my bag, do you want to check that, Andy? Because I almost saw that too. And now, Tony, you're looking on a bigger monitor. Does that say 14K in the Hallmark? I thought I saw that too. I don't know if I'm seeing things, or is it, yeah. So I'm going to go with the Hallmark. The bag is wrong though, Andy, if you want to change that. Because I saw that too, Tony. You're seeing that too? And I wasn't sure if, yeah, it does. It looks like an upside down 14. So I guess my bag is wrong. All right, we'll change that unless you want to check, but I do see that as well. So thanks, Tone. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, here we go. And if something changes, guys, with the, I don't know, we didn't manufacture these, so if you want to check, but yep, my bag says 18 karat. We can change that. Let's just err on the side of 14 karat. Yeah, 14 karat. All right. So let's do this. $9.99. Easy. $9.99. Solid gold, white gold only, showing off the diamond quality there, because if those had diamonds with any kind of brown color, well, you would see it. So that's important. So there you have it, $9.99 for those fabulous earrings, and we're going to move on to a new ring as well. We've got some diamonds and gold that you've not seen before that I'm looking forward to. Also, the big drop Tanzanite earrings are here, and like I said, if you have anything you're looking for in particular, or you want to just feel a little extra fabulous on this Sunday night, or have something coming your way, because next Sunday, gosh, think about it, a week from today is that time change. So we do spring forward and lose an hour, but the good news is we get a lot more sunlight for the next few months. So that's always exciting and feels a little more like spring, doesn't it? So we'll have that next Sunday, and of course, we're still going to be here. Yeah, well, that's going to be a rough, that's going to be a rough devil 2 days. But anyway, we'll worry about that when we get there. But again, so spring's around the corner. So maybe you think about new seasons, holidays upcoming, you're getting together for all those big summertime and springtime get-togethers, gatherings, holidays, etc. Oh, you want to have some great new jewelry on, I have a feeling. And that doesn't require a lot of money to have something new and fresh in your collection. Now, quick little wheel for you before we get to our bottom of the hour officially. We've got a really good, again, blue zircon gents ring. And there's a lot of gentlemen who ask for more rings, and honestly, we just don't have a lot of production on gents jewelry. So we are working on it. I've been working and doing some sketches. We've got some that are coming up in the near future, but I'm thinking about tonight we might have even an auction on a gent style, which every time I do that I get burned because there's never as many gentlemen shopping for the guys as there are for the women. So let's go back to the wheel. So that's coming up in a little bit, but I have some really cool pieces to show you in rings. So thank you for looking at those earrings. Let's show you what we have in a ruby. That ruby is gorgeous. I mean, that just looks like the same rubies that we asked for $15,000 on. And then we're going to stay in the corundum family, and we're going to show you a Paraiba. And then I'm going to leave them just with those two. Let's leave it with those two, because I don't even want to get too far away from these because they're too pretty to just send them way back. I just love that these are the same family, but how are they different? Well, let's talk about this family of sapphire and ruby that sound nothing alike, but they're all part of the overarching family that's called corundum. And it's really very interesting how we have a 45-point Paraiba there that actually has those pinks and oranges together. And then you also do have the ruby, which is a 49-pointer. So they're not massive stones. But the problem is, if I have a 1 carat in a ruby or a 1 carat in a Paraiba, the price tag really elevates. And I'm also a believer, and maybe I'm wrong, but my philosophy in shopping has been, as professionally as I've done this for so many years, it's not to cater to one person. It's not to cater to one wealth category. I can't just bring you $100,000 pieces, or if I'm going to bring $100,000 pieces, I better mark them down and make them more affordable and more attainable. And that is my big philosophy. And I'm not a believer that you should have to have millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even tens of thousands of dollars to spend to get into those elite gems like ruby and Paraiba. And usually that is what it requires. So you're still getting the genuine article, the beautiful bright stones. We love the Paraiba color. I'm very much a stickler about Paraiba. If it's a pink, I'm not going to call it a pod. Simple as that. There's beautiful pink sapphires out there. You will not hear me call a Paraiba or a pink sapphire pod or vice versa. There's a big distinctive difference between the two, and this is genuine Paraiba, where you see the orange color coming through. Then you have the ruby, which is the pure red that you see, and again, same related stones. They're related to each other. There's the platinum setting on either, so you're getting platinum, they will stay as is. Then you've got the ruby, which is 49 points and 55 points in diamonds, both baguettes and the rounds. Then the Paraiba is going to be platinum with a 45-point Paraiba, 37 points in diamonds. Feels a little bit like a match to those earrings, to be honest, doesn't it? Feels like a lot of the similar design. It looks like a crown or something of a royal insignia. There's a lot more detail down the sides that is totally different from what's happening in the diamond section. So I think it's almost like a love knot. I like that look. There's an infinity symbol and another infinity symbol and then a love knot in between. And talk about some different designer jewelry. There it is. And yet either way, two of the rare stones, the reason they're together is I want to show you some of the differences and how families can be related, similar but different, right? And so our item number on the ruby is going to be 112-7470, and then it'll be 6012 on the Paraiba. Your choice of, they're the same price, and what should be $49.99 will not be. It just makes it that much easier. Again, I love to have a lot of diversity, not just in collections themselves, the types of stones we bring, but the designs and also the price tags. Everything, there has to be something for everybody. And usually those stones don't get down low enough in price to be deemed everybody. And yet I think we can do this here because it doesn't matter what I do. It just matters one thing, that I get jewelry out the door and that you're happy. And you tend to be happy when I really, really drop the prices. And that's what makes it really fun for all of us, is that I don't really get a kick out of just showing you jewelry. It's that vision that I have of you getting it at home, opening that box, getting excited, being overwhelmed in such a wonderful way when you see the quality in real life, face to face with your own eyes, and realize that these stones are even more magical and important when you see them in person, and that's really the case here. So instead of $49, we're going to do a lot better than even $1,000. This is an easy deal. We're going to go $999 on either one you want. $999 for your ruby or your Padparasha, or if you like to explore this corundum family, you might consider just getting them both for under $2,000. So $999 each, take your pick, and that will be it. So $999 for the ruby on the left, or $999 for this incredible Padparasha, which I cannot resist trying on right now for you. It's more of a band style. This is really, it sits low profile in the hand too, so you don't need to worry about saving that. Remember, this is a durable stone. All the rubies and sapphires of the world are 9 in the Mohs scale, so they give you a ton of durability also, and that's $999. Or you can take the ruby here, which is also going to be, this one might be a teeny tiny size, yeah. So I'll try the ruby on the pinky here, and you can see how super clean that is from a distance away, still as bright as ever. And then with those, it's all essentially rounds, but then with the tapered baguettes down the sides. Pod. Kind of knew that was going to go first. So there's the Padparasha gone, and then there's the ruby remaining, which is $999. Thank you on the Padparasha. Enjoy it. Let's keep on moving. We've only got about 2.5 hours remaining, so it's going to be a wild night. We're going to see a lot of great jewelry. We'll get your requests. Haven't had any yet, but I'd love to hear what you're thinking about or looking for. And we know it's a really, really good night to be here and to bring you the values. That's kind of the key here. Now, another earring is on the way. This is our very large Tanzanite earring, and one that feels very exotic to me, not only because of the fancy cutting of the shield cut, but also the really impressive diamonds that we have used. It's all bigger diamonds, except for maybe the pave, which is tucked under the point of that stone. It's actually going to be really large diamonds. Bezel set in the middle. The bigger diamonds even at the top, which is where your finding is. The finding is essentially the part that fixes to the ear. So really impressive. And then you've got 1124-202. We're calling them kite cuts. They're not kite cuts. That's probably the closest associated cut, but it is definitely almost like a shield cut, or almost like a really cool look just in general. It's got this really nice point. It feels a little bit like a pear shape meets a trillion on different sides here, but it's 10.5 carats of your blue wing Block D Museum Reserves. So 5.25 each. Big diamond weight at 101, stays in the white gold only. And don't forget about that ruby, because that one's still hanging out. And thank you so much on the Padparasha. We're so glad you got that one. Don't forget about those fabulous earrings we had in the diamonds with the white gold. And now we're talking about a really special Tanzanite. Let's send it on out. The pair's got to go. $15,999. Not going to be this evening. We've got a special look and an incredible value, and we'll make this as simple as it gets. And the reason they're here and we're very busy on the phone lines, probably because we've been reducing them. I'm a big proponent of let's get them to you over the museums, and I love a good museum. Listen, I'm a girl who, if I have an afternoon free and I'm in a big city where I've got access, I'm going to a museum. That it's a great way to just, again, you learn something, you see some rare things. It's an experience, right? And if there's no sports in town, that's where I'm going to be. So not that I have a lot of afternoons free, but I love a good, especially when I visit a city that I'm not in very often, love to go to the museums and see what they have, no matter if it's artwork or sculpture or fabulous gems. Oh, that's a dream come true. So here's what I'd rather have you guys get them than the museums. The museums will get their fair share. And I think with an earring that is as lovely and unique, designer, and practical too. I mean, there's a practicality to these earrings. They're very wearable, despite the fact that they're unique cuts. So let's take a look at them again, and we're going to show you what we can do. Yes? Oh, okay. Which, the big one or the medium one? We had two. The big one? You got it. The big 473 Sphene has found its home. Thank you so much. And here we go with the earrings, which I'm going to try on and show you the length on. And they are, well, that's what's motivating. Like I said, I'd rather have you have them than the museums, especially when we have a limited time. We only have a finite amount of time left with these stones. We're having a very windy day, and there's a door to my left that shakes, and it is shaking like crazy. It's normally my own little Richter scale because it tells us there's an earthquake. So sorry, I'm a little distracted. This door, I don't know where this wind came from. It's out of nowhere. We're having crazy wind. Maybe Vegas sent our way. My mom said it was windy out there, but it's always windy out there. Yes. Uh-huh. Can you see all the dispersion away from the studio lights? Yes. I'll, how can I show this to her? Does she want me to send her a little video when I step out of the studio tonight? I can do that. Okay, so let me go look at that Sphene. We'll show Susan again. Then this earring, I just wanted to pop one on here really quickly. I got you the measurement there, about almost 2 inches is the length. And then I'm going to pop one on real quick. By the way, the post is, you can see there, lower than the actual earring. So if you don't like your piercing, like I don't really love mine, you know, it's just, yeah, some of our piercings have seen better days, and that's okay. But it just means you find an earring that's got that design thought out, where you got this look here, where you can see that length and see how that is covering. It's what I call piercing coverage. And that's a mighty, mighty fine earring that you're getting there. And look at that look. That's bigger than most of the Tanzanite earrings we've done in the past. It's incredible. So I love this shield that's underneath it too. So it's the shield that's bordering it as well. And then that big diamond. Let's go back to the wheel. We'll take it up close. And yes, go ahead, Andy. Oh, it was. Oh, very. So we had Katrina and we had Kirsten both shopping today, is what you're telling me. Fabulous, fabulous. Well, I'll just consider them my girlfriends. Maybe not in real life, but in shopping life, in TV life. So we'll do that. Thank you. Well, both those fabulous gals picking up some great pieces here. And this is not going to be $59.99 for the earring set you see there. So wonderful. And we're going to go ahead and blow these out for, how about this, $49.99. Get you one of the better price tags we've seen on really big diamonds as well, all the way throughout. And so Susan has shopped Sphenes before, then I take it? She's shopped them before. It's got a nice color. You know what it reminds me of, Susan? It reminds me of Jess, you'll have to ask her, did she ever see the 4-carat Russian demantoid I had on the air? To me, I thought when I first saw it this afternoon, I thought it was that stone moved to a different mounting. It definitely, oh my gosh, this light is just incredible. This dispersion, it's a deeper stone, but it does have the most amazing dispersion. The whole edge just turns red. It's fascinating. It really is a beautiful, beautiful stone. So I think you're gonna love it. Again, that's why we have the money back guarantee and all that, but it's a real beauty. And it does have a deeper saturated color, but it reminds me of the Russian demantoid, which is, I don't know, that Russian demantoid is like $50,000. So it's a good one to get in the Sphene. Now remember, be careful, Susan, when you wear it. Anybody else? I know Katrina got a Sphene earlier. Remember, use caution when you wear them, just because they're a tad bit softer than like your diamonds and your sapphires and everything else. So keep that in mind. But $49.99 on the Tanzy earrings. And then I'm going to show you that new designer diamond band that's got so much interesting texture. I really like those earrings. Okay, this ring. But see, this is what I adore. I'm obsessed with jewelry like this in the regular, like just every day, what I'm always putting on. And yet this is the most fascinating design. It's very nature inspired in my mind, because it looks like you have the diamonds as a river that is flowing through a canyon that, you know, like the Grand Canyon. Let's think of the most famous canyon, arguably speaking, like, right, the Grand Canyon. You think about the rocks that are beautiful colors, but they're, you know, obviously formed and whittled away by, you know, all of the different environmental factors that it faces over, you know, hundreds of years. This is where it has the texture that almost looks like golden sand, and then that really interesting, not going to call it a stampado, but it's not really a smooth satin. It's got an interesting texture, not quite an animal print. And do you see what's so cool about it is those diamonds, the 5 of them you have, are set in a channel with nothing behind them. That might sound like you're freaking out right now, going, I don't want to miss a diamond. You're not. They're securely set, but it looks like they're somehow floating or free falling through this groove or channel created by the gold band. They're locked in. They're not going anywhere, but they look like there's movement right on through the incredible band. I live for jewelry like this. This is the piece that I know if that was sitting, like, it doesn't make it to the jewelry box. This is the piece, I don't really have a name for it, but it never makes it to the jewelry box. I have this big jewelry vault type of thing system, and yet there's a lot of great jewelry in there, but you know, it's all like locked under keypad and all that kind of stuff. I don't go there when I'm running out of the house to just do random things. And I just want to throw on my jewelry. And these are the types of pieces that never even get into the jewelry box because they're the ones that sit on the counter. You know, they sit on the table in the foyer, right? They sit on by the sink when you're, you know, just running out the door, right? Grabbing the jewelry. That's what that piece is. Item number is 11271 or 7817, and it is just lovely. I've never seen anything quite like it. So just when you think diamond gold band, well, is that a basic? Well, 19 points here, but among those 5 stones, so they're almost 4 pointers apiece. Do you see what I mean? That there's actually nothing behind them. Maybe we'll look at it, well, this way. Of course, a little foundational, because obviously we don't want to break the band there. So obviously there's that foundation which basically connects the gold band sides there, but then you have those top and bottom. Look at that, how you can see the scintillation of those diamonds through it. Love that. Yes.
Susan's never seen that Russian
Oh, really?
Oh,
fun. We'll bring it out. It'd be fun for all of us to see. I've only shown it once, and I would love to, if you promise not to get scared away because I'm showing you museum pieces, don't get scared, but I'm going to show it to you. I think, Susan, it'll be a nice treat for all of us to see that demantoid. It reminds me, I thought it was the same stone, I kid you not. I thought, oh, wow. They switched out that big Russian. It was a 463. I want to say I'm going on memory here, but I think it was a 463 Russian demantoid, and I thought it was that stone. I really did. It really looks a lot like it. And I thought, oh, look, they put it in the saddle. But no, even better, you got the dispersion. But we'll show that because, you know, demantoids are dispersive as well. And this one has 19 points. So like I said, almost 4 points apiece. You'll figure real close to 4 points apiece because it's 5 stones. And last time I did arithmetic and multiplication tables, what did I say? Yep. Thank you. Oh, yeah, this is the one with all the certs. Oh, I was wrong. It's a 427. Oh, I was so way off. Oh, I got about 40 points off. I'm going to show it does. It looks identical. It looks identical. Now I'm seeing them side by side. They look identical. Anyway, this is 19 points, Tone. 4 points apiece almost, because 4 times 5 is 20. So they're almost 4 pointers. And they're good size. And if you want it, let's blow it out right now. I do have 2 identical pieces. I'm going to try it on. We'll make it $9.99, and that way it'll find its way out. It's a nice wide band, and the whole piece is not satin finished. It's got the satin finish texture to a point. One is gone, one is left. Here it is on the hand. Wow, they captured that quickly. And there's a slight concave, so you see it. Oh, Jason, do you want the second one? It might be sold out. Nope, never mind. Jason's found something else. So this one's got a slight dip to the middle. So it's even, there you can see it. So it's not flat across the top. It goes dipping down a little bit through the middle of the band. Okay, one left. And Jess got the first one, right? All right, so she's got the first one, and then we have a lot of busy calls, and I don't think that one's going to be long for this world. We need more like that. That looks like, yes, it looks like Mother Nature's beauty. And yet, done in gold, that one's sold out. Congratulations. Let me show it to you. Here's the Russian demantoid, 112-5425. This is what it reminds, I think you're going to think it's the same stone too. Look at that. They look so similar. So similar. This one, not as dispersive, okay? It's not. I mean, that's wild because demantoid out of Russia is highly dispersive too. This is a garnet, of course. Sphene is its own category, but this is a garnet. So it's really the rarest of the garnet family. And that's the 427. Now, every one of those pear-shaped diamonds, as a side note, the diamonds are huge. They're pear shapes. That's arguably our most valuable stone in the inventory. And we decided to take all of these incredible stones, 10 pear shapes. I think it's 10. Yes, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, and they all are individually certified. So even the diamonds, quote unquote accents, are certified. How about that? So you're going to get a packet. You're going to think we sent you like legal briefs here. Look at this. This is 2 hands of poker, but they're GIA certs. Every one of these certs is for every one of those pear-shaped diamonds. Each diamond has a cert. And wait, I have another cert. It's from the GRS. Here's the cert for the Russian demantoid. Done in 2018, natural demantoid, which is part of the andradite garnet family. The photograph, the size, the brilliant, round, the vivid, yellow-green. I don't see any yellow, but okay. No indications of thermal treatment. And then, of course, Russia. Ural stands for the Ural Mountains. That's where it came from. That's the locale within the country of Russia. Or country, federation, whatever. I don't know. But here we go. Lots of certs. So you're going to get 11 certs in total with the ring. This is kind of a There were too many certs. The rubber band just snapped. That was holding all the certs together. And luckily it got me, but minorly. Here we go. And by the way, who got the diamond bands? Lucille got one. And I think we're still taking it over. Who's that? Christy? Christy. Hi, Christy and Lucille. Well done. Okay, so now we're talking 427. It's just kind of a show and tell piece. But again, does that not look like that Sphene? Although the Sphene is more dispersive, yes. And the Sphene was about this size as well, but larger. This one has great diamond weight at 319. If anybody would like it, it is below $1 million. It's actually below 100,000. This has got, it's got a new markdown since I last saw it. It is below $100,000. And I know this isn't our typical fare. I think our average price point usually is around $2,500, give or take. This is definitely not an inexpensive piece, but I just realized, I'm glad we brought this out. It's got a new markdown since the last time I showed it to you. Because even then it was, well, we brought it down to $99,999. It's got a significant markdown. So if anybody would like to make it theirs, you certainly can. Museum worthy. It's our largest by far in the Russian demantoid. This is the most highly valued of all the demantoids because there are a couple sources throughout the world that this stone has been derived from. And this one is actually going to be $79,999. And you get the GI certs on the diamonds, the GRS cert on the demantoid. You get the whole package and it's $79,999. We took 20 grand off. When that happened, I don't know, but I'm glad we just brought it up in convo because that is really impressive. So if anybody would like to have that collectible, now not everything's going to be $80,000, of course, but it certainly makes sense to pick that up now while it's $20,000 off tonight. You can buy a lot of jewelry with that $20,000 you just saved right then and there. But that's pretty fabulous. So enjoy if you get it, $79,999. Now, we won't dwell on it, but there's another color-changing stone called alexandrite. It's out of, in this case, I'll see if we have an origin on the GIA cert. We have cashmeres and pink diamonds that are also certified. So plenty of certified material here tonight. But let's take a look at this opal. Item number 5730. It's a round, it's a crystal opal. And I'll try to darken the light as best I can here. It's a 210 on the crystal opal with 31 points in diamonds. And let's just blow this one out very quickly and come in close. All these diamonds, it's kind of fun the way they did this. It's a traditional style band, yes, but the diamonds actually start larger up near the opal and then they get a little smaller. So it's that almost tapered effect we see sometimes in the cool stiletto earrings we do, and feels just very, it's just these little details that I get a kick out of because it really feels fresh. The item number is 5730. It is a 210 opal. It is in the round and it's going to be a very cool value. This is not the Australian Lightning Ridge black opal material. It's the crystal opal, but still crystal opals tend to be very transparent, where that's why they don't usually give a lot of color because they look almost just like crystal balls or see-through, or just kind of like they're just sitting there like rock crystal quartz where you just see nothing, no color. This is where it's giving a lot of color. And of course, this is in a pretty harsh light for any opal to react in. The opals do get a little shy. If we are to, adopt or assign a personality to them, they're just a stone that are very, very lively in private, but they get a little shy on nationwide live TV on camera because the bright lights, right? They don't need that. They like what you'll take them in when you're wearing it, when you're in your home, in your office, just out and about, at dinner, right? That's when they're at their best. And so that color only becomes more pronounced. And we're going to make this $9.99 if you'd like to get that one. And don't hesitate on the Russian demantoid. And like I always tend to, advise, if you are somebody who says, well, I can do that, but maybe putting such a large amount on one credit card is difficult. We can obviously, work to, help split payments over cards to make it a little bit more attainable, if that helps out. So, I like to mention that if you want to, put 40,000 on one card, put 40,000 on another, or break it up again 3, we can do that. So it's something, it's one way we can, help make those even more accessible when we've already brought that price down to an extreme low. And then we do have that blue zircon gents ring. Are you ready to see it? I think we should bring it out on the early side. And ruby, yes, Mandarin garnet drop earrings are here. I got 2 Tanzanites only besides the earrings I showed you. It's going to be the big trillion that I keep showing you. And then we do have an Asher. But speaking of really big personalities in jewelry, here's a new one. It is a seahorse. We've never had before. It's 112-7856. And we're going to take a moment and skip crystal opals and talk about opal inlay. where you still have natural opal material, look at this, in sections, because otherwise it's going to be tough to create designs out of opal that usually like to be cabochon cut. Look at this seahorse design. Isn't that cool? And it's a pendant with a chain, where I'm going to give you a chain that has 2 extra diamonds, so it gives you a nice extra way to showcase that pendant. And it's 1127856, and that has 4 incredible freeform, if you will, inlaid opals. It's why we don't always have a carat weight on the opal. And then there's 22 points in diamonds. They're going to be up across the top and down at the base. And that scroll work, do you see the here are the diamonds? There's one, and there's the other right down here with the chain. This chain is also adjustable, and it has a nice lobster claw closure. So opal inlay doesn't have a carat weight to it. That's the sad part, but you're going to see it on the hand here and get an idea of the size. Then you've got the 22 points in the diamonds and the yellow gold only. And yes, we're throwing in the chain, and this just, again, feels like that fun personality piece that you know is going to separate your jewelry from everybody else's. And that's what it looks like from a distance. There you can see, you can actually put those diamonds where you like. So you've got the 2 diamonds. I just decided to center it up more or less here, so you can see how beautiful that green and blue, and really 2 very oceanic colors. So in my mind, it makes a lot of sense. You know, that's something that's kind of cool. We got the ocean-like colors there in those sections of the seahorse. You've got the length here. I better get that for you. The length of the actual pendant is from top to bottom going to be about 1 inch. And then I'll just, you know, we'll pop it on the neckline for you. But this chain is important because you get the 2 diamonds that are bezel set. You get the 3 adjustable links as well. There's your lobster claw closure, 16, 17, 18. Here's what it looks like from a distance away, just to give you an idea of how it stands out against, again, turquoise blues. I really think that's just, it becomes glowing. So let's go back up close. Good size bail. If you want to change it out, you can, as far as the chain is concerned, but it's only going to be, you know, we got a $24.99 price. I'm going to take it a lot lower for you instead, and we'll send it right on out. I know it looks weird to not have a carat weight, but that's how opal inlay works. So they don't actually have, you know, oftentimes opals don't have carat weights at all. We give them to you when they're cabochon cuts in a centered up, you know, piece in a ring, but usually you don't get a lot of carat weights with opals, and yet this one is going to be, let's make it $12.99 instead. $12.99 instead of $24.99. We'll make that pretty simple, and it just stays in the yellow gold. And yes, the chain is coming with it for free. So you get that chain, which has those 2 remarkable diamonds with it as well. So that's awfully nice. And then our last call on the seahorse. It's fabulous. It really is. Oh, thank you, Kirsten. You're so sweet. Oh, I'm jealous, Tracy. she's like, sorry, can't shop, going to dinner. Oh, that's nice. Well, that sounds fun. Sunday night dinner, Sunday night supper. That sounds good. All right, let's go to our next. Let's see. We got the big trillion cup. What are we doing for the top of the hour? Men's blue zircon? Or do you guys want to see the trillion tansy? Or is it just way too early for that? We have got a trillion tansy, and if you want another opal piece, look at this. I can get you carat weight here, and it's big. A 3 carat 54. And boy, I'm showing you a lot of jewelry. We're running out, so we need your requests, guys. Let us know what you'd like to see. Let's make this the Sunday to remember. And how about that? Beautiful. Look at this. A little bit of the matrix in the back. Do you realize they didn't polish that at all? They didn't polish that. And look at the colors you're getting. That's why it has a little of the host rock in the back. That's what you see there. And then here it is with those stunning colors. Item number here is going to be 1127616. Black opal, Australian, big pear shape up top with the bail, round diamond surrounding that, and then you have the 81 points in diamonds. And all we got to do is get you a great price tag, and I will. We've got a $69.99, not great in my book. We've got to go extra, extra. Sunday night is here. We are live. We're taking requests from you if you have them. Let me know what you'd like to see. Please do. Please, let's make the 2 hours that we have. I mean, I definitely want to get the trillion Tanzanite in and the blue zircon men's ring, but I'd love to do all your requests other than that. And this, again, natural through and through, all the way through that lightning ridge. Look at the purples. That's an elusive color. You've got greens and blues. Sure, we see that even in the inlay, but this is the red, the pops of pink, the really gorgeous aquas. There's something between purple and blue happening, and then there's that really gorgeous, almost lavender shade. It's going to be less than $3,000, not $29.99 either. Extra ridiculous low. That's all I can do to make sure that pieces find their way out. 29, 28, 27. It's not even any of those great price tags. We're going to make it $2,699, and that's it on our opal. And let me show you. Oh, this chain is like that beautiful popcorn link, which has such a, it feels like it's a textured snake link. Okay, snake chains are very round and smooth. This is smooth too, but it's got a little texture. And then look at this, adjustable, 18 inches maximum, but you can use that little bead to slide that chain, make it as short as you'd like. The length of the actual pendant should be 1.125 inches. Let's verify that. Let's see who's got it. Lots of people talking about it right now. And here it is. Oh, look at that. Yep, 1.125 inches. That's right on. And then notice you are getting that bigger diamond in the bail. The bigger diamond to start the bail is the pear shape. Then it's got rounds around that, and then all the rounds the rest of the way. That is such a good look at $2,699. Amazing, yes. Oh, good. I feel like I want to name that seahorse pendant, but I'm going to leave that up to our new owner of the seahorse pendant, right? I feel like those pieces, if it's I feel like we've had those, any critter jewelry, I feel like it's yours to then name, right? Look at that. Now that's an opal. Let's go back up close and see who's got it. I know we have a lot of people talking about that one. Look at that lightning ridge. Yikes. Love that stone. Look at this. As it moves, it just gets better and better and better and better. Oh, let's not forget about that side or that side or that side. Top and bottom, they're still glowing. Look at all the fabulous color from every which direction, including the back. Yeah, if you ever do that, you put on your necklace backwards and don't realize it till it's lunchtime and you go, oh no, I've been wearing my necklace backwards all day. It's not going to matter here. That would not be a problem. You'll still be getting compliments on your necklace. Oh, what a beautiful opal. Just really to see that. That's why they left it open in the back, just to admire that natural through and through color. It's really exceptional. And that would go nicely with the ring we had earlier. If you're thinking about matching up a set, what do you want to do on the, we have a lady's emerald and we have a big ruby and we have, oh, this Mandarin's going to fly. One only here, a round Mandarin. Nothing better. I love the Asher we had earlier. The Asher went and, oh, we had a, oh, look at this. It's a fancy cut round. This feels like if you have, when we talk about diamonds that are brilliant cut, there's so much more, for lack of a better term, glittery. But this, that's like the brilliant kind of, forget about a round that sparkles as it is, but this is beyond. Isn't that something? One only as well. Item number here is 5334. Happy Sunday night. Look at that. This is quite the value. One only, got to remind you, only one. Bridge mounting, it's a carat 70 center, carat 70 round Mandarin, 67 points in the diamonds. It's a more simple bridge. You know, it doesn't have the big rows of diamonds going up the front and the sides. It keeps it to the halo and then the middle row, because the middle row is what gives it the bridge element. There you can see there, bigger stones going side to side all the way underneath that Mandarin, sitting up top with that halo. Look at that, it's the top of the hour. We only have 2 hours left to go in our Sunday night. Don't worry, we got more shopping all week long. But this is where the Mandarin out of the private collection is amazing. And it's not even gonna be close to this whole $49.99 should be. Let me try it on for you as well so you can see a better view, how it sparkles. It's like, again, orange diamonds don't even look like this. They really don't. I've had orange diamonds that tend to look more brown. That is not the case here. This is a pure neon orange. And the cutting is fantastic. It is not just your typical standard Portuguese cut. There's a lot of extra facet patterns so that it's just, look at that, it lights up. If I darken the light, look at that. I'm completely blocking the overhead light. Look at that. That just lit up even more. That's really what neon's about. The ability to glow under lower light. Do you see how dark I got? It looks like I got a tan. I wish I did. I wish I could. But look at that. I'm too pale. I don't get tan. I'm too pale. I'm just, yeah, that's not, I wasn't blessed with that beautiful skin tone. But there we have it. That's what you get. Look at that. See? Full light. It's a great stone. Look how much darker I can make it. That stone just lights up even more. And it's not 49. It's not 39. We need to move some jewelry. We have 2 hours left, and that's it for today. Oh, let's come in 4 more hours and do it again, right? Well, almost. We'll be back in less than 24. So we keep the party going. The shopping never stops. The values never stop. If you just tuned in, welcome to our show. Glad you're with us tonight. We are live from Los Angeles. I'm Lauren Blair. This is TVON. This is TVON. The values. The greatest quality. The brightest color. The one of a kind that you're getting here. It's not $39 either. Come on over and take a look. It's not even $29.99. Big value. better value. How about $1,999 instead? And that's how we do it. You're not talking to that other network again, are you, Jess? Stop calling them. I know, I'm kidding. I know. Isn't that terrible? I'll tell you, we're now inextricably linked forever, I guess, right? I guess so. I know. We send them our rejects. You know that we do that, right? We know we do that. All right, let's move on to the Brazilian Paraibas and the color change Sphene. Yes, we did. Yeah. Okay, so $19.99 on this one. And then here we go with, how about the Paraiba? There's one huge Paraiba stone. It's a green. It's that neon lime green. And I wanted to show you that top of the hour men's ring. Let's just get to it. Gentlemen give me a lot of grief about, well, there's like 90% ladies' rings. Yes, that is true. And I am not in charge of every bit of the inventory, okay? But I will tell you this. We are working hard to make more men's bases. But here's what I also consider to be important, is that still we're seeing the popularity of this stone really amp up. And so what I'm really proud of, and let me make sure I've got it completely polished because it looks like there's one little something on the side. So there we go. It's a little wax there. So I got to get that off there because it's from that wax polisher. All right, there we go. Now we're good to go. Think I got it, yes. So now this is our blue zircon, gentleman style or lady style. Honestly, this is one of those that I know can be worn either way, but also it's got the blue zircon with a carat 73. So it's 7770. And that is where you're getting this channel all the way around. Again, this is kind of like what we saw in that gold ring that you loved. Andy, we need more of those designer gold rings. Do you see how many people I know you did, right? Did you take a wait list down if we get anything back from that designer? That textured gold band, I saw how many of you missed out on it. We will work to get that back in stock, and I'll let you know if we can, because I know that's not one of our own, and yet what a beauty. And I saw how many of you missed out on it. So the same thing goes where we saw those channel set. That's what I'm talking about. Remember with the river running through the canyon? That's the same way, same setting as we see here with those diamonds. So that is stunning. And we also have a carat 73, and then the center stone, and then the diamonds going all the way around. And how about this? 33 points in diamonds, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, a $49.99 piece. Here's what takes a lot of nerve to do, because we already know that we understand that there aren't as many gentlemen shopping for gents jewelry as ladies jewelry on any average day. So what I like to do is, instead of just giving you a straight up value, like I could easily just take $1,000 off, make it $39.99, but instead, what I thought would be more fun to do is actually run a live auction. That way, and there's nothing that says, now I know a lot of ladies here shop for themselves, but sometimes we're shopping for gifting ideas, right? And it doesn't mean you can't get something for that special person in your life, no matter who it is. The blue zircons have been, of course, we've talked about the fact they're really rare because they are mined out. There was one source ever in the blue zircons. The Cambodian mine has been, it's long been sourced out, long been done. And this is where we're one of the few places that actually have any of the material. You're seeing it now, and we're gonna put it on the auction block. How fun is that? So we can try to make it even more affordable. Okay, here's what we'll do. I've got the zircon going up on the auction block. I know this is dangerous. I know it is. I know it is, especially on a Sunday night. But here's what I'm going to do. We will skip the $49, even the $39.99, which I'd be happy to do for you. But I'm going to make this even better. And we're not starting at $3 or $25 or $2,000. Even better. And all I can say is, come on in. Come on in, because this is about as affordable, right there, $2,000, as a gent's ring ever gets. You got to check it out. Okay, let's try this. Let's try it right now. It's not $2,000. I'm going to go $1,500 for this big hunk of gold. And look at the inside, how that's finished in that under gallery. The channel set 1/3 of a carat in diamonds. The any gold you want, $10 increments, but that's all going to be something we concern ourselves with after we get the open. All right, let's check it out. 15 And 60 seconds. I knew that. I know. I just had to try it because, we don't get to do gents auctions all that often because we don't have as many rings. So here's how we do it. And the blue zircon, which has been very popular. Hey, by the way, did the earrings, Andy, this morning ever sell? They never did. Wow. Shocker. The earrings, if you missed them, if you were out, I don't know, what were you doing this morning, this afternoon? If you missed blue zircon earrings and you want to see them, they were so gorgeous. And they looked a lot like this, but they were a little bigger. So then they had all the baguettes around them. So here we go, $1,500, 25 seconds remaining, no open. Well, okay, so all right, let's move on to the Paraiba coming up. And then we have Tanzi time shortly, the trillion. You've been asking, where are the trillions? Where are the trillions? Where are the trillions? We brought one out of the vault. Look at that. There it is. Oh my gosh, the Museum Reserve trillion. I'm a big fan. So I might lose it a little bit with this one because I'm a big fan of a trillion cut. And by goodness, that is just 612 perfection. So that is fabulous. And then we have, again, the seahorse, I think, has found its home. And then we've got the zircon verifying. So I'll give it a couple extra bonus seconds here. See if we do indeed have the open on that one. And let's try it on. I don't know if I did that yet because my neighbor needs me to print out ballots for awards. Well, I can't do that. Oh yeah, like usually you're home at this time. No, not today. But here we go. So $1,500. Yeah. So $1,500 only. Do we have an open, Jess, or is that something else? All right, we'll move on. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. And that Mandarin garnet, that fabulous, fabulous, fabulous Mandarin garnet, still here for $19.99. What else can we do? I got nothing. Except the most museum, Paraiba, or the, I don't know, this one keeps on speaking to me. I don't know, it's like jumping onto the wheel here. This one wants to be shown. It wants to be yours. It wants to be shown off, flaunted, and just, anybody else intrigued by that? Or is it just me? Am I some psycho who just is like, just trillion crazy? That is just the most powerful stone to me. The most beautiful museum reserve. And we have been without trillions. Do you know that the most limited shape in all my 6+ years, how many are we up to? 12,000 that I've sold in 6 years of having Blue Wing Block D. I have sold over 12,000 pieces of Blue Wing Block D. 12,000 individual pieces of Blue Wing Block D. That's not my career. That's just since we had the Blue Wing Block D at the end of 2018. How many trillions have we had? 5? Fewer than maybe 1 a year? They are so scarce. Scarce, limited, rare, beautiful. It gives you the eye-popping color of a diamond. Gives you all the red flashes you want out of Museum Reserve. And look at that. We put this in a huge bridge mounting. The halo is custom. Custom made with those massive diamonds around it. And it's 1127859. And it's a total of 181. And look at this, look at this. It's a bridge, double row, even the rows on the sides, because it's got to meet up with the points here. So it's a little different than our bridge mountings with, rectangulars and ovals. Yes, go ahead. Oh, okay. Jim, you said? Jim. All right, Jim, you got it. Is it my uncle? Is he in Arizona or Oregon? No? They never watch the show. I'll tell you what. Let's hold on that. I've got an open on the auction, perhaps. Let's show it again. Let's see if indeed we do want to start this. Back to it we go. 1127770. The bright, completely, again, blue needs another name. I just don't think that we're really perfectly describing it by calling it blue. It's not turquoise, it's not cerulean, it's not lapis. It's, okay, name that movie. But no, it's like electric. That's what I always call it. It's just electric. It feels like it's plugged in. Feels like there's a little battery pack. Oh, I see it. There's a little battery pack in the undercut. No, there's not. It's just the beauty of the stone, the double refraction and the color being so powerful that work together. Do we officially, now Jason, I assume you're on something else? Okay, we'll have the trillion coming up, I promise. That's going to be coming up here, probably bottom of the hour. I just wanted to preview it for you, but this is, yes, we do have the open. Okay, so we've got the open at 15. Courtesy of Jim, thank you so much. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. Now we know it's going to sell. And that's the danger. And I always try to help out the guys who always probably I always feel like I try to put myself, I think in a good host, one of the things I learned from an early on was I figured, I wasn't a shopping network viewer until I was actually in the business. I'd never seen a shopping network until I started doing it. And I always thought my biggest perspective was try to put yourself in the viewer's shoes at home. And I still, to this day, 24 and a half years later, I still really think about that on a item by item basis. And I think about the fact that as we run these, great pieces and these wonderful auctions here, I think about so often the fact that I think a lot of our guys who probably watch often love the gents rings we can bring and do bring, but wonder sometimes, why don't we get the auction? Why don't we get the opportunity to participate in an auction, and she can start really low on the open and we can see it under cost? Well, this is it. It's happening. And it's obviously a little more limiting to do that because I like to run an auction when I feel pretty confident that we're going to have a lot of bidders in. Because obviously I start way under cost on every auction I do. So the idea here is that you get something very special that I think we all know men's rings. Men's rings don't go for $1,500. They don't. You can't have that amount of gold and expect it to go for a price tag like that. So just that factor alone is something special. Oh, good. So I'm not the only one that's, okay, because I'm trillion obsessed. I really am. I'm completely obsessed. And you know what I'm going to do? We're going to give it 2 minutes. We've only got one bidder, right? And white, yellow, or rose gold, we got to move it on because this happened to me earlier. We had an auction, remember? It was this morning. I had an auction request minutes and minutes after I tried, and then we brought it back out, and sure enough, there was one bidder and one bidder only. So these encore auctions, we could call them, are a little bit iffy. So we've got our final minute 40. It still runs the same. You've got plenty of time to get in. If you make the phone call quickly, you've got a minute 35 now to jump on in, and then you can be eligible to bid, and we are looking for 1510 or more. So very important and powerful. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to see here, we've got about, 85 seconds. And white, yellow, rose in your size, even on gents rings, yes, right now, doesn't matter because you're probably going to switch to gold anyways. If you want to keep it in the white gold, great. It's a size 11. It usually a 10 or 11 is an average gent size, kind of like how we start ladies rings usually at a 6 or 7, and 11 usually, kind of in that gent's average size. So it makes it, fairly easy to go up or down if we need to. Now, if you want to just switch the gold entirely, we make the mounting anew. We'll make it in your gold color, whether it's, yellow or rose, and then we'll transfer that stone over. So again, we don't just like people think all the time, and I always want to discuss that because a lot of people think, well, doesn't it take 30 seconds, just dip it. No, that's not how gold works. You don't spray paint it or dip it or anything like that. It has to be remade in a completely different gold color, and then we would make it in your size. So it's something we offer, but it will take a little extra time because that's all basically starting over. It's customizing it, making it from scratch, and we've got 30 seconds now and only 15. Well, this is why we don't do gents auctions very often. A, we don't have many gents rings. B, not a lot of participation, which just means, well, you get the better value, and that's fine with me. I'm just glad we were able to do one tonight, get you that great value. We're looking for 1510 or 1520 or maybe 1600, who knows? And this is your last call. 10 seconds remaining, big enough and powerful enough to be a men's ring. Yes, here it is one more time on the hand. Fully finished, of course, as well. Here it is on the hand for you right there. And again, powerful piece. You could wear it whether you want to wear it on the pinky or anywhere you want to wear it. Anywhere, that's totally up to you. Let's see if, we just got to find out if Jason's in on this one or not. Well, you're going to be. Yeah, see, I can see something before you see it. Jason just shook his head, but I see the call board and he doesn't. So I know he had a call coming in. That's why we see there's a delay, because there is a little delay. You have to listen to some recording. It's probably me. I don't know. I did a recording years ago, so I don't know if it's still me, but you listen to a little blurb before you actually get connected. So that's why we gave you 2 whole minutes. Anyway, are we at 1510? You got it? Sold. Congratulations. That's gone. Well done there. Thank you so much. And don't forget about the big Mandarin. The Mandarin for $19.99. That round, we're just swimming in the rounds. And we even have the round opal. I'm going to show you the emerald piece, though, for our ladies. This is really pretty. 112, 78, 27. Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. And that you can tell is 18 karat gold. I don't even need to look at the hallmark. You know, because of the rich, buttery color. And that is 7827, one only, stays in that 18 karat yellow. Thank you on the blue zircon. Gents ring, well done there. Maybe whenever you have a chance, Andy, you can help me out there. And then here we go with this one at 122 on the Colombian. Emerald cut, this is the rectangular traditional emerald cut here. Sometimes they can be a little more squared off. This one's that more rectangular setting, and it's 122 plus It is also the 99 points in diamonds. Notice anything about the diamonds that's a little different in this custom-made collectible? The princess cuts. Down the side, that's the center. Rounds, princess rounds. Rounds, princess rounds. Rounds in the halo. Oh, this is going to fly. Look at the inside, the under gallery. That finishing is everything. Woo, that's pretty. And lots of gold, lots of 18 karat. Look how stunning that is. That is so beautiful. Look at the clarity too. We were doing this earlier with several of our other stones, looking through the inside. It was actually at Jen's Emerald earlier this morning. We were looking at the inside through the under gallery, and that was awfully nice. And 18 karat gold, yellow gold only. Let's make sure this can go right now. Let me try it on for you. Here we go. This is just fabulous. Look at that. Now, look at the glow. See, when we're up close, you're intended to see everything. Thank you. You're intended to see every little last bit. But when you see it here, that's just, now we're what, 5 feet away? And this is like, for example, if you were looking at your hand right now, it's on your hand, you look down, that's what you see. Those powerful bright neon lights glowing, just glowing. This is gonna go. $59.99 should be. That's should be. I am not doing what we should do. We are doing something very different tonight. And it's working. You're loving the jewelry. You're loving the values. The pieces are going. That's what we like to hear. And this one is not $59.99. Okay, Tony, I'm trying not to yell. I'm trying. I'm trying. I got one more show after this. I got one more. So I'm keeping, this is nothing compared to last week. Last week was iffy. Last week was the 8 shows in a couple big cases. This is fine. The voice is going to be fine, but I'm trying to baby it, everybody. But this is not $59.99. It's so easy. We have one. This is really what gorgeous emeralds are all about. And you're getting the traditional cut. And anyone else note that that's over a carat? So you get that cutting and yet it's still well over a carat. Carat 22. Not easy to do in the emerald world because, again, they are chromium rich. So you don't see a lot of large sizes in emerald ever. Let's take a look at this. It's not going to be $59, $49, $39. I'm blowing it out for $2,999. One only on that one. And then we're going to get to, should we do the Brazilian Paraiba ring? It's very, very artsy, very sculptural. It looks like Schiaparelli. Okay, Schiaparelli is who does that really amazing sculptural fashion. They do jewelry, they do accessories, brooches, and then they do really good fashion. Like really outside the box sculptural fashion. Like Ariana Grande, right? That she's wearing that. So we'll do a little Schiaparelli look of our own. Kind of that look, just very bold, very, very confident. There's something about, you gotta be a confident woman to wear different things, I think. I always think that. So here we are with our own sculptural look in this fabulous, fabulous, fabulous piece. It's Brazilian Paraiba, and that's it. Look at that. This is really cool. Think of it like a floral, but everything, instead of being around the petal, is inside the floral petal. It's hard to even show you because it is so sculptural and there's such a reflectivity off the surface area of this 18 karat gold. It's $49.67. Those are 3 incredible and perfectly matched Brazilian Paraibas in the ultimate neon, 14 points in the Brazilian, and then also the diamonds. If you look at it, it reminds me a little bit of our river of diamonds running through our sculptural band earlier because it is like a cascade. It is almost like, again, a beautiful icicle deconstructed diamond, Paraiba diamond, Paraiba diamond. So it's really making its way down the center of this sculptural design with a lot of 18 karat gold, and it's 14 points in the Brazilian Paraibas among 3. That's big. And then there's 15 points in diamonds as well. And this one is white gold only, so it's got to stay the way it is. Other than that, let me know your ring size and we'll make it happen. And then even the diamond, or the band rather, goes that little, when you look at it, looks like one big, beautiful diagonal sash. Love that design. Here it is on the hand. Check this out. Ooh, and there's a lot of feel to this because the 18 karat gold, that's heavy. And now you're getting it for, you know what, $49.99, skip it. We're going to do $900. You know what, skip that. We'll do $949. I'll give you an extra $50 off just for the fun of it. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Night. Daytime part of Sunday's over. We're in Sunday Fun Night. And it doesn't have quite the same ring to it, does it? But it does if you get a ring at $949. That's how I look at it. So who was shopping over there with you, Jess? Hi. Oh, really? How's he doing? I haven't heard from him in a while. All is well. Actually, what's funny is somebody directed me to our website because I didn't know. I don't go to our website very often. It sounds terrible because why do I need to, right? I figure there shouldn't be anything there that I haven't seen or don't already know, except I found out there were some reviews there, and oh my gosh, some beautiful reviews. And Stanley was kind enough to write a really nice review. And I just want to, and I did some special things for him and his family, so I just wanted to say thank you because he was nice enough to describe all that to our other viewers, and I thought that was awfully nice. That took some time, obviously. So thanks, Stanley. So I was just thinking about you the other day because I thought that was really nice of him. So, and he's quite the writer. I appreciate a good writer because I'm a writer as well, and I appreciate someone who really writes and really enjoys writing, and I can tell he does. So 9:49 on the Paraiba. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite thing to do in the world, but I had to be a writer before. You have to, when you go to journalism school, they teach you how to be a print writer before you can do any broadcast. And they're complete opposites. So it's very strange because you write very differently in print journalism than you do in broadcast. So again, it really just is a tool to weed out the broadcast journalists who think it's just reading on TV, because that's not what it is. But anyway, that's about journalism. But it's really, I appreciate that so much, Stanley. So just really nice to hear from you tonight. And then we do have the trillion. We're getting close to the bottom of the hour, so that's when I don't think I can hold it in anymore. I've got to show you that trillion tansy. I really do. Okay. Let's talk about, oh, and there's a yellow diamond. And if you want emeralds many, many times over, can I just give a little look, a little nod, a little love to this bracelet? Because this bracelet looks like a vintage piece, and we don't sell used jewelry. So it's not been worn by anybody else, but that's not to say you can't make something with that aesthetic or that design. Now that's a bracelet. What do you think? 1, 2, and 3 emeralds set in 18 karat solid white gold, which is what gives it that vintage nod. And then all the pave of these wide links, that's going to be a lot more affordable than I think you would imagine it to be. It's 112-7200, and that is amazing. So since we're on that emerald kick, seen some really good emeralds tonight, just wanted to show you that one. That's going to be $427 in the Asher cut emeralds. So that's where you get more of the square emerald cut. Then you also do have the 110? No. Really? Looks like a lot more than 110 in diamonds. Wouldn't you say? I might go back to the drawing board and make sure that's accurate. That doesn't seem right. Maybe they meant 1010. I don't know. But we'll go back to the Brazilian Paraiba here for you, 949 there. I just, I don't know. We're going to have to examine that a little more. Couldn't be. Couldn't be. Maybe one section. I don't know. That seems really, really unusual. Okay, so I've got to show you this alexandrite. It's GIA certified. It is the prettiest color. I'm not always a fan of alexandrite colors as they start, because sometimes I think they're just too dark. They're just too dark. And then you're going, what is that? Is it onyx? Is it deep, 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 deep bottle green tourmaline? I want an alexandrite to really be bright green or bright blue and green. And this one's definitely giving more of a green vibe. It's GIA certified. We don't see those all the time. 7872 is the number. It's a carat 15 alexandrite. And I'm a little amazed that that lady's emerald ring in the yellow gold is still here, but call me if you'd like it. Got a few pieces hanging out halfway through the show almost. And here it is, the gorgeous carat 15. That's clean. And you know, there's always something with gems. But some stones struggle a little bit more. You know how some stones are just gonna have like one obstacle. Maybe it's clarity. Whatever its Achilles heel tends to be. With a lot of gems, it's just clarity. Sometimes it's cutting. Sometimes it's rarity. Most gems are quite commonplace. We show you a lot of the exotics. This is material that I will say, not only does it struggle with clarity, it struggles with bigger sizes, it struggles with cutting. There's typically luster as well, can be very foggy. It has a very kind of odd luster to it, and luster is just one of those other characteristics and categories we evaluate stones by. And a lot of times with your alexandrites, they almost look like they're under the fog of, and it's kind of funny because we think about Brazil and Cowego de Fogo in the mine and the blue greens to the reds or the purple reds, and you have that here. It's more of a green that goes into the purple red. As a matter of fact, we got the whole syrup, which I'm about to show you. It's in my hand right here, but this is the 115 and it's not struggling one bit. And that is notable because usually you're going to have a real issue getting clarity, or it's going to have a little bit of miscutting. I've seen so many alexandrites. You have no idea how many I've rejected over the years, because they were just oddly cut. They're trying to maximize the carat weight. That's what they're trying to do. This is not a stone that's ever going to be readily available in larger sizes. So they try to maximize it as best they can. And what happens is you end up with a lot of really shoddy cutting, you know, where it's just a little off, or it's a little asymmetric, or it's too shallow, or it's too deep. And then it's just, everything gets, the look is all off. Take a look at this though. That's where you're seeing the clarity and the brightness all the way through. Of course, it's 100% color change. It also has a diamond weight of 71 points. And look, we've got the GIA cert to go with it. So you know it's important if we send it off to GIA and to have them evaluate it. There's your seal. There's the color change here. It's pretty simple. I mean, they document the stone and the carat weight and the size. And then they tell you, well, we already know about the origin, so we didn't need to know that. It was not requested because we already know. And then you've got all of the details here. So how nice to have an alexandrite report to go with your alexandrite stone that also is facing up bigger than a 115, I will say, because that elongation to the oval, only just this one. And how about the starburst, sunburst of a diamond mounting as well? If you look, the outside edges actually are elevated. Do you see what's happening here? From the side view, now you can. All of the borders, top and bottom, are going to be that high point, and then the extra beautiful kind of array of stones and lines you have coming out from there, from the center, radiating outward, they're set a little bit lower. So there's some dimension to this, and a little bit of negative space, so it really looks cool when it's on the hand. And this is an $89.99 piece ordinarily. They are tough to get when you're talking about bright color. I've seen countless alexandrites. This is one of the better stones, and most of the time you're going to see it in this color, and because most of the time you're in a fluorescent light source. And so what we're going to do is better than 89, better than 79, 69, 59, or 49. This comes with the cert, and that is tough to put a price tag on. Price tags from GIA on certs. If you are supplying them the stone, because again, they don't sell stones, you can send them your stone. And there's no set fee because it depends on the stone. Aren't they tricky? And again, there's reasons why they use these different metrics, but there's not like one standard $100 per cert fee. That's not how it works. It depends on a lot of different factors, and oftentimes, what kind of stone is it? And you might not be surprised to learn that the more valuable the stone is, the higher the price tag is on the cert. So we keep all that in mind when we've done that for you. Somebody paid for it, and it's not you. We paid for it. You don't have to. You get the documentation. It's done. And this is what it looks like from a distance. I'll do it for $39.99, one of our better values on a 1 carat plus in the alexandrite. And as I look up and note the time, it is halfway through the show. It is 6:30 on the West Coast. It means it's tansy time. Better yet, trillion tansy time. Thrill, it's the thrill of the trill is what I say. It really is. It's tough to not get excited over a trillion, I think. I think that it really is one of those stones that I've flashed it, we've shown it, I started the show wearing it. I can't get enough of it. I see a lot of gems and jewelry, and I am immersed and surrounded every single day. What a privileged life it is to be surrounded with exotic stones like this. However, there's not much that's going to rival a beautiful trillion in a blue wing block D. And I'm going to share that with you. Thank you. Here we go. The trillion is coming up. Alexandrite's here for $39.99. Let's bring this one in. Wowza. It's just fabulous. Fabulous. Back we go, because we got to make sure we see all those diamonds. Look at that trillion halo. Custom made. This is not a bridge we have readily available where we just drop that stone in. That's custom. The stone itself, not overwhelming, although it looks big. It's a 6 carat 12. 612. Then you have, I'm just kind of first you see the halo. Then you note this is still a bridge. And the way that these outer borders flare up to meet with the bottom and the top of the stone, and the double row still goes all the way down the middle, so you have that beautiful look. And then can we see? Yeah, you can. You can see a little extra flash of the diamonds as we turn it. You can see those diamonds running underneath that trillion. And me, oh my, we're going to bring this one down. This is just fantastic. Well, I always wonder, since it's what we see the least of. That's a certainty. We don't see a lot of trillion cuts, have not historically. I was pointing out earlier when I was previewing it to you that in the 6+ years, nearly 6.5, that I've had the blue wing block D, best variety in the world, in Tanzanites, there have been, I really believe, 5 or 6 trillions. I'm not exaggerating. That is just so limited when you think of the 12,000 or so that I've had, that I've sold in just the last 6 years. Because remember, we were the first couple years here on the air, didn't have blue wing block D. That was new as of December of 2018. So we were bringing what? Yeah, we were bringing Tanzanites. They were block D, but they were the standard block Ds. It's what I had been selling historically since 2002. So 2001, 2002. So block D is great. Don't get me wrong. A block D is a great stone. But this was that little kind of hidden collection. Nobody knew about it till we unveiled it. Nobody knew about it till we met with the miner. He met us here in-house, in our studio, on our location and property, and he unveiled what he'd been saving, because the block deed, it's done. And yet he had saved, he and his team, it wasn't just him, he wasn't down there solo, it was he and his team had kept it, it was like the best kept gem secret out there, and he had really done a good job of like wanting to tell. Can you imagine holding a secret like that? That like you hold on to this rare, precious, nobody's seen it before, best material ever of a one-source stone that is lauded the world over. Can you imagine the pressure of holding on to a secret like that? And it's really that simple. He really wanted to share them with the world, and knowing our ownership as he had for, also he's a multi-generational gemstone family guy, so he'd known our family for years, and yet the whole thing came to be, and it was really meant to be, and the fact that we get to share them with you for these last privileged moments is really exciting. I just don't think there's a more powerful stone. It really is. There's something about it that even when it's on, there are other stones that sparkle. There are other stones that give you saturation. I think it's the power of the combination here of just also seeing something unexpected on the hand like that. That's powerful. And the way it's built with essentially 4 rows of diamonds underneath what is this incredible halo, which is where a large part of your 181 diamond weight is in that halo alone. That's a big part of it. And yet I've got it listed here at $14,999. Now you probably are at home saying, but wait, don't the 10 carats and under usually go for $99.99 in the Museum Reserve, and then they have to be 10 carats or over to get into those higher price tags? You were very astute if that was your first reaction, because that is usually the case. But this is of a different variety because it is such a specialty cut, and really considered even out of all of the cuts we've had and all the different featured cuts we bring, and that we still have a couple here and there. Emerald cuts were the thing of the day today. Yesterday, emerald cuts were very popular. It was the ovals, the emerald cuts, the ashers. Now we're seeing the rarest of the rare in the trillion. You've got a chance to own it before, well, last call is really what it is. If you think that's sticking around, probably at $14,999, it's got a good chance. But again, my philosophy is to make sure everything goes. Everything we show you has to go. Every last piece. This is how we do it. And instead of $14,999, because it's, again, that wasteful of a cut, that specialty and rare of a cut, you're taking a look at it now. Hopefully you can also, by the way, yellow gold's fine, rose gold's fine. Don't feel like you're obligated to take it in the white gold. But if you really, truly know that you are the right place and the right home for a stone like this, well, please get on those phone lines, because it is not going to be $14,999. My job is to make sure it goes. And even if I take it to that $99.99 level, again, when you own it, you can ask whatever you want. And I know there are some of you, I've heard from you, a lot of us have been shopping together for a couple decades. I know there are a list of you who love trillions like I do. Maybe you're kind of new to the idea. Maybe you haven't seen a lot of Tanzanite trillions. How about Museum Reserve trillion? It's not going to be $99. I'm putting it on the auction block because that's where I'm stuck. I have to stop at $99.99. I really want to make this more available to you in the best way I know how, in the most incredible Sunday night here. It's again, only my second Sunday night with you. So this is really, really something we want to create, some of the most vivid, bright memories of Sunday nights by giving you opportunities that no one else can do. And that's where, obviously, I don't have another stone like it, so we can't bring you another stone of this kind. This is your last call to get it. This is your last chance. It's not going to be $99 or $9,000 or $8,000 or $7,000. And even if we were to do just $6,000, think of how specialty that is. Under $1,000 a carat for a stone and a material you can't get anywhere else. It is not going to be $7,000. We're already $6,000 is what I was thinking, because that puts it under $1,000 a carat. That certainly makes it much more attainable, makes the value, I think, really obvious. We're going to go lower than that. It's not going to be $6,000 to start. I'm going to start at $5,500 on the rare as can be. And please remember that We like to sometimes think about just the Tanzanite and maybe ignore the diamonds. This is one of the bigger diamond mountings we do. So it's not one of those where we can just dismiss a carat 81 in diamonds. You can't dismiss all the gold that it takes to hold said diamonds. So how about 50? You know what? Skip it. We won't even do 55. What about $5,000? I'm excited about it. But then again, I'm longing for a trillion blue wing block D, and this is obviously something I may not push all that hard, because if that one stays here at 8 o'clock Pacific time tonight, which is in an hour and 21 minutes, if this somehow lasts for 80 more minutes or 81, I'll be the happiest person in the jewelry shopping world, because I'll pay more, but you know what? I'll be happy that I got a pretty stone like this. And this is what I think a lot of us should be thinking about right now, even if you already have one, even if you already have a bit of a collection of your own. It's not too late yet to get the trillion, and yet such a big size, but still wearable. That's the beauty of it. I love the size because it's big, but it's also not oversized. It's not like you need to have a very special occasion where you just wear it. And it's not going to be 55. How about 5,000? Well, we need to hear these phone lines ring. So let's not even do $5,000. I'll take you all the way down to the rock bottom low, because here's the problem. The mounting cost us more. I know what the mounting cost as of Friday night. Friday night, when kind of the week closed, this mounting cost over $7,300 to make. Welcome to the new gold world. And for anybody who says, yeah, why would I buy fine jewelry now? Because I'm not asking for the $7,300 even with the 612 Museum Reserve. I'm asking for $5,000 to open. So you get a huge value on the mounting. That would be $2,300 of savings plus on the mounting. That would be a free 612 Museum Reserve. That would be the rare trillion, which we've had the fewest of. And it's just gorgeous. And yet it's not going to be $5,000 because I refuse to leave it here. I refuse. I know it can't stay here. That's got too much liveliness, too much color, too much brilliance, too much wow. It needs to get a fabulous home. And this will, and it's not going to be $5,000. Let's go $4,500, my final offering. Let's go 45, make it happen. This is the one to own. If I got one shot with Tanzanite here in a trillion, I'm going to make it special. And let's just for fun try it on this way too, and I'll try it on the other way on the hand, but look at that. Now that actually works as well. Wouldn't you say? I'm just trying to figure out what's the best angle for you to see the quality of that stone, why it was put aside 6+ years ago as Museum Reserve, why we were all so excited about this very gem that just lights up. No open. All right, 60 seconds left. Let's go. 60 seconds. Still got way too much jewelry here for Sunday night. Not with the values I've had. They should all be gone. Okay, well, I will take it home. You'll probably see me now. I know my signet ring is not with me today, so don't panic. I feel a little odd without it, but I will say this might be the ring you see on my hand for the rest of the time, because I'm going to live in that thing if I get it. Now, obviously, I can't get it for 45. You could, I can't. That's just not how we work. I can't buy things under cost here. It just doesn't work that way. So here's what we'll do. Before we have the 30 seconds expire, I got a lot of messages about this the first couple of times we just previewed it for you. So I'm curious if it's just, kind of admiration from afar, totally fine. If there is anybody out there who really would like it. And again, I'm looking for your calls. I'm going to make this even better, and we're going to skip the rest of the clock. I know you're not looking at the piece right now. It's a $10 increment, but it does not matter until we get the open. I am so determined. I am so ready to get this one home, mostly because I want you to experience a trillion. And I know most of you who even have big Tanzanite collections at this point from us and everywhere else, you probably don't have a trillion, at least not in the Museum Reserve. And so I would like for you to experience, if you're going to get a trillion, might as well make it the best that's ever been mined. Am I right? So let's not even do 45 or 44 or 43. I know we're verifying already now, so maybe they did want to get into 45. I don't know. But it's not going to be 43 or 42. I am that passionate about getting this to one of you, so you can then call in a couple days and tell me, rave about how much you love it and how great the mounting feels and how big and beautiful those diamonds are and how really special the trillion is, and it's not 42 and it's not 41, and I'm going to go $4,000 to open. We're going to try it, 4,000 even, and $10 increments only. Only $10. That's it. This is the time. You dial in now or forever hold your peace, because just like now, we had an auction earlier. that took a little extra little encore. We had to bring it back. I don't think that's going to happen here when this price is dipped that low. And $4,000 to get this started, you will never, ever, ever regret a piece that you get an amazing value on that is specialty to the point that nobody else has one. That is a fact. That is a fact. And the diamond weight is massive. 181, it's, again, the premium diamonds that are in that halo, that alone would make me happy. But the truth is, when we first started out with this stone, we thought, could we just put a band around it, leave it the halo? It really needed more. It needed more support. It needed extra. No open. All right. Not yet. Wait a minute. We're verifying. It does not get better. And I know that there are, what did I see today? Something popped up on one of those, internet ads. It was Tanzanite. Probably because my phone listens to me talk about Tanzanite all day long. So, our phones listen to us, right? So, whatever you're talking about, the ad's going to pop up. So of course, something comes up from a big-time jeweler, one we've all heard of, really high-end. The Tanzanite looked like amethyst. Not even kidding. Not atypical. And I clicked on that ad. And you know what? It was a 3.5 carat round stone. So it had some nice, fire to it. It was round. It was a 3 carat. 52 points in diamonds. Do you know how much the retailer was asking for that ring? They wanted $41,000. Not blue wing black D. It was a 3 carat. Half the size of what I have. Diamond weight nowhere near. And definitely wasn't red flashes. It looked like amethysto. And here we go at $4,000. That would be, ironically, the tax. In California, in LA County, that's where I live. In LA County, we pay about 10%. It's just, I think it's 10%. 10%. So it's easy to calculate. You know that if you go spend that $41,000, you're going to spend $4,100 in tax. I'm less than that. And I guarantee you, if I had that stone here in my studio next to this one, you would go, huh? What kind of funny business is this? Those don't even look like the same stones. Call me now. Do we have the open at $4,000? Jess, I think you're on something else, right? Definitely. She's still talking to the other network. She's out there handling that. All right. So what's new? What's happening? Nothing? I know. Have I lulled everybody into a little hypnotic, tansy state here? Am I the only one? I can't be the only one who's just absolutely in love with this cut. It's what it's doing. See, I'm a girl who likes sparkle. Tony knows that I'm a girl that I had this daily driver once a few years back, and it was like a regular old car, right? And I like cars, so I'm a car girl. I like cars. And I couldn't accept that I was driving like this kind of regular car that, you see all the time. And because I like different cars. And so what did I do? I put Swarovski crystals all over all the emblems on the car. Yeah. The really big one in the front, and then the little one on the back trunk, and all the ones on the inside on the steering wheel, and yes, also on the center caps of the wheels, all that. Because I'm kind of obsessed with sparkle. So I thought, well, how am I gonna, sex it up on this car? I need it to be a little more sexy. That's why I did. I love sparkle. Maybe that's why I'm so just enamored with trillions. I like a good sparkle. I want everything in my world to sparkle. And this is the top-notch, best of the best way to get that sparkle. Do we have 4,000? We've got it, don't we? We've got it. We've got 4,000. Well, we have $4,000 in one bidder. So it's time to probably give it a clock. Am I right? I'm going to try it on one more time because I realized I only tried it on one way. And you're seeing it now 2 ways on. So I had it on point up towards the hand. Let's put it that way. Or maybe that is, either way. I'll do it both ways on the hand so you get a good feeling for how it's going to look no matter how you like to wear it. But $4,000 we do have. So glad you're here on this fabulous Sunday night. It is only, though, 1 hour and 13 minutes left. Yikes. And then let me show it the other way. I know it's a little snug for what I wear right now, and that's probably because it's like 80 degrees in here. I better go turn some air on before these lights shut off. But look at that. Look at that great look. I don't know. I kind of like it the other way. I had it on this way initially over and over and over. I kind of do like it the other way. Okay, so it doesn't matter. When you own it, you decide. You get to choose. But $4,000 we do have. It is going to sell. That's the problem here. You can't call me in an hour and say, I'll take that 612. I've thought about it. I've debated. Now I've done my research. Now I want to get it. It's going in about 2 minutes. And I'm not going to start the clock quite yet, but I do want to say this because I'm going to go turn on some air just so these lights stay on, because when it gets too balmy in here, those lights are going to go off. So here's what I've got for you. We've got a special look. We've got an incredible mounting, almost 2 carats in diamonds, tons of gold, and the most incredible value. And it's a trillion which we don't see. Trillions which we don't get to see. That is so exciting. That is a thrill. It's the thrill of the trillion. That's what it is. It really is. And we have a last call because it is going out the door in 2 minutes. So we're going to give it a last call. And remember, that is why you want to dial in early, because that 2 minutes flies by. But there's also that little delay to the broadcast and the phone line. So that's why you want to dial promptly. Otherwise, you're left in the cold and in the dark with no hopes of getting a trillion Blue Wing Museum Reserve. And that is a stone that all the I have beautiful blue wings. I can show you more. But the problem is none of them are going to give you the personality that this stone has. It's a beautiful stone in any shape, in any size. They're all beautiful. There is really not a bad look in a Blue Wing Block D. However, this is a totally different thing. And if you're at all into it, thinking about it, kind of liking it, digging it, maybe you're loving it more and more as you look at it, honestly, it's time to pick it up, because when it's gone, it's gone. And you always have the freedom to send that back, because keep in mind, I know that this might be a new cut for you. May not have been something that was on your radar a few minutes ago, but then again, the opportunity, it's worth to take advantage of it now. Let us get it to you for free, right? Because all we got to do is we do all the gold color change, the sizing, ship it to you for free. Then you decide. It may seem rushed in the auction because we're going to give you a 2-minute final, but you know what? You got weeks to decide if you like it once it's at home and on your hand. So that's when you really make the final determination. Here we go, 2 minutes, last call, and it's only a $10 increment. Don't you think on this one it probably should be a higher increment? I know it should be. It should be a lot higher increment, should be, on a piece of that stature, especially with how I have just crashed down to next to nothing for the open. That's really the bigger issue here. It's starting so low. It's starting at such a little tiny itty bitty price tag, and we've got now a final 95 seconds remaining. Last call on this one, and there is an Asher. I will show it to you, and then we'll be done with our Tanzanites for the night. I will. Remember, this is the one I did. If you were with me this morning, you know I was talking about the Asher. But I was working on the price tag. So last call here, 80 seconds. 80 seconds. Don't wait, don't wait, don't wait. You will regret it. I would say in the morning, but you know what? You're probably not even it's not going to take that long. You'll be just wishing you got in. There's all kinds of people who sometimes, you know, catch up with the show at a later date. They'll watch a recording of a live show, sometimes, you know, hours, weeks, months later, sometimes years. I had somebody let me know the other day. I was watching a show from 6 years ago. and, you know, I want to know if you can, you know, if you have anything like that. And okay, I'll try. I will do my best. But that's the thing. These auctions are live. The one-of-a-kinds are live. When they go, and I can tell you right now, we don't have an ability to make that again. No bribe, no offer for more money, no flexible on time, take your time, doesn't matter. I can't make this again. I can't bring it to you again. Look at that red. Look at what it's doing. It's just exceptional. And I know if it looks this good on camera, you know it too, because I'm lucky enough to see it in person and on camera. So I see what you're seeing at home, but I've seen it in person. And 20 seconds remaining. We have 4,000 going once. Will there be no extra other competition? Is this it? Is that all? 4,000 once. 10 seconds remaining to make it official, and it looks like it may be going at the open. Shame on me for even doing this. And then we'll bring out the Asher that I told you I had this morning, but I took one look at it and I said, I got to work a price that's better for you. And I did. I did. Once, twice, 3 times. It's sold. Congratulations. Wow. Well done. Now look at this. Asher in a bridge. Okay. Bright, deep, rich color. Different type of bridge. Custom made for the square Asher. Item number is 112-7742. Thank you so much on the trillion. Be good to it. My baby. My baby. I was just thinking about that today because I was thinking about Conan O'Brien and how he used to, Kiku, my babies, right? So be good to my baby if you got the trillion. Thank you and congratulations. But let's talk about 7742. 464 on another Blue Wing, and that's got some saturation. That's got some serious saturation. Item number 7742, it's a 464. 67 points in the diamonds. There's 2 rows. And very squared off. They take that inspiration from the center stone and keep the entire mounting really squared off. There's that double row running underneath. I like the way you've got the sides coming up, up, and then double prongs. Corner, double prongs. That is a wow. So the full story is this. If you weren't with me this morning, the full story goes like this. This was actually supposed to be in this morning's show with me. And I took a look at it. I loved it. Asher cuts I love. Color was great. Museum Reserve, fantastic. And I saw this $79.99 price tag. And I said, no, thank you. We got to work on that. We got to do something different. Now, the greatest thing about working 2 shows in one day with only a 4-hour spread in between is that I got a chance to really work on this. And now I'm happy. And yeah, we're going to lose some money, but it's Sunday night. You know, it's that newer show. It's only my 2nd time doing this show. So I want to make it interesting. Let's make it your favorite night. Why not? Let's make it your favorite night of all. You're going to remember the love we showed to this Asher cut, and here's what it looks like on, and it's no longer 79. Isn't that what I said? I said I didn't want to show it. I couldn't in good faith show that to you and get excited about an $8,000 price tag, even though that's fantastic, but we have a higher standard for value and savings. There's your inside all the way. I'm just showing you the inside here. It's finished, finished, finished. Same with the double row of diamonds. You see how that's finished. Those holes are there. I just got that question yesterday. Why? Why? Why are the little hole punches behind those diamonds? So you can clean them properly. It's so you can clean it. Whether it's you getting in there and scrubbing it with the old toothbrush, you know what I always say, keep an old toothbrush around before you toss that old brush head. Keep one just as your jewelry cleaning brush, because we always toss it because what? It's not effective anymore because it's too soft to get in and clean the teethies, right? So the teethies, sound like I'm talking to Peanut. Only Peanut has teethies. I don't know, does Kobe have teethies, Jess? I don't know what it is, but she has earsies, legsies, pawsies, teethies. Nothing is just as it should, because she's so darn cute. By the way, she's thinking about making a cameo appearance on one of these weekend evening shows, so it'll probably be next week. So yay, I'll let you know. I'll let you know which day. But yes, she feels like the time has come to be on the air again, like she used to be, and she just upstages me, that's all. Here we go, $79.99, not gonna be. We're going to take it all the way down. This is the idea, because it's a long time for her to be at home. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long day for her. So she'll have fun here with Mommy. Here's what we'll do. You know, remember how she sits up here in like a basket and sits up here and just, you know, every time without fail, when she comes on camera, she yawns. Basically saying, this is so old hat. Like, I'm so over this. Being on TV just does nothing for me. I'm just way too good for this. But anyway, that's what she does. Every time without fail. Second the camera comes on, she knows, and she's, oh, yeah, it's just like so boring. But anyway, $79.99. You guys will meet her next week, hopefully. But take a look at this. This is going to be $79, no. Let's make it even easier. $4,000, can't do that because you saw what just happened in that auction. So now we've got all pricing is askew. How about 4 or 3 or $29.99 or maybe even lower into $464? That's a really good size. It's the Asher. It is vibrant. It's not even looking up towards you yet, but it will right here and now. And this one's only going to be, forget about 25. $24.99. We're going even lower, and look at the reds coming through, searing. It looks like if you were to touch it, like maybe it'd be too hot to handle. It looks like it could just sizzle, and it's not $24.99 either. Come on in. That's it for Tanzanites, unless you have a request that you want to see. If there's something maybe I can bring out that you've seen in the past, something you want another look at, happy to help you there. But it's also, ooh la la, not even 24, $23.99. Not even. We're going to make it $2,299. Too good is what that is. Unless you're the one taking it. I think it's just right. Just right. That is a fabulous idea. So $22.99, and look at this on the hand. And it is one of those really ample squared off style bridge mountings. We don't put the diamonds on the very, very outside rows or edges or borders, but we let the diamonds go underneath side to side and then bring out that big, bold gold with those corner prongs. I love those double prongs there. And then it also makes great for stacking because there's a nice smooth like straight edge there on either side. So you can go ahead and stack away if you want to. And $22.99, and we are in almost the last hour. We got 2 minutes till our last hour kicks off. And that means I'd love to make it an all request hour. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, do you think we could ever do that? Wouldn't that be fun if we had like an all request hour? I'm asking for it, guys. Please let me know what you'd like to see. We'll bring out anything you can imagine. It could be a specific item number. Doesn't need to be, though. It could just be give us a category. Give us a stone. Give us a shape. Give us a price point. Any of the above. We will help you out. No problem. We would love that. But this is really, it's outstanding, isn't it? Outstanding. $22.99. Okay, are we all tansied out? All right, then we'll go to Paraiba in a pendant, a new one. New Paraiba pendant. And do we ever have a good one? So here's what the Paraiba looks like. And this is going to be that green, but it definitely has a blue tinge. It's not just the bright greens that we see in the neons, but that is Paraiba east-west set. Let's take a look together at this beauty. That is a real, about as rare as it gets. In gemstones, of course, being that it's copper bearing, Paraiba, tourmaline, and it's going to be 112-6601. And let me know on that Tanzanite in the Asher because that one is still verifying. Hopefully it'll be on out of here shortly. Then look at this, and we're going to have to probably bring this on over to the center of your screen. This is always such an odd one to show because it's all, we're so used to seeing pieces that actually have to sit east to west when they really sit north to south. This is the opposite. So it's actually sitting the way it's going to look on the neckline. How convenient. Then we'll take a closer look. You can admire the clarity that Paraiba has. Most do not. And this is a good size stone. It's a 3 carat. Wow. So we've got the 6601, 3 carat exactly. And then you have the diamond weight just up top, little pyramid detail, the little triangle of pave, which is going to be, you see, now if you wondered again earlier, how the heck do they set pave diamonds? You see there's little micro prongs there. You can see it right here. There's like, what are they, little martini sets? You got the 3 prongs around each diamond there. Actually, they're even shared prongs too. So it can make it really just that seamless kind of style. It's for one caller. I don't recall in all my years of offering Paraibas on TV, I don't recall having a 3 carat for this price tag. The diamond weight is 3 points, so there's that. It is an outstanding, outstanding value. No question about it. Diamond accents, 3 points, kind of makes sense. It's got the trillion type style, so the 3 points. Hey, everybody, welcome in. It's the top of the hour too. It's our last hour of our Sunday. Our 6 hours on our Sunday is almost complete here. We've got 1 hour left. I'll see you tomorrow night as well, 5 to 8. So that's something to keep in mind as well. The party keeps on going. Yes, even on the weeknights, even on a school night, so to speak. We're going to still keep shopping and partying, discounting and saving. But this Paraiba, a straight up value, especially if you're used to the bigger stones being bigger money. We are going to turn that all around. Make it really interesting here and send it right on out. Not $49.99. That's what it should be. You ever think we can do something special on Sunday? Kind of have to. That's why I'm here. Boom, boom, boom. $49.99 should be. Let's make it even better. Call me with your requests. Want to show you anything you want to see? You tell me. Is it something you saw this morning, last night? Is it something you saw yesterday morning, Friday night? Is it something a week ago? Let me know. We want to make it all about your request. But here's the deal on the Paraiba. It is a 3 carat. It is clean. It is $1,999. We just saved you $3,000. You're saving $1,000 more than you're spending. $3,000 saved, under $2,000 to shop it. And we still have some of our pieces from our first couple of hours here, like the alexandrite that's certified, like the Mandarin garnet round, like the big fancy cut drop earrings in Tanzanite that we had earlier. 1 color change Sphene remains. I showed you 3. There's 1 of the 3 that remains, and it's actually the medium size, the carat 20. And then the Diaspore was here, and the diamond ring was here. We had some really good pieces here for under $1,000 as well. But that's $19.99. Okay, coming up next. And there is a larger Paraiba that's more of the lime green as well, if you want to get into that 6 carat size. And Mandarin earrings are here. And, oh, this is one of my favorites to bring. We do 2 circular styles of pendants. And this is the smaller, but it's not small. So the big one that we do is a carat, and it's really substantial. I want to show you what we have here instead. This is the circle style pendant. This is a classic. I bet you could walk into any jewelry establishment in the world and they're going to have some version of this look. It's item number 1110449, and that has a diameter. Let me go ahead and break out the ruler here, and we'll show you the diameter. It's 36 points in diamonds. Diameter on the piece is going to be 3/4 of an inch, and that of course is same side to side because it is a circle. And this really is, it's meaningful, and it can oftentimes be interchangeable or in lieu of a heart, because the meaning behind the circle is really ongoing, everlasting, infinite, because there's no break in the circle, right? The circle is infinite in that way. And so it can oftentimes be kind of a more modern, fresh take on a show of love, whether that's familial, romantic, or anything else, whether it's about a union, about completing the circle, maybe it's about, again, framing something. I have known gals, and this is one of the coolest things that we ever discovered about this, was if you wear this on the same chain length of another piece, you can frame your little initial, your little cross, your little bezel set diamond. Some of you guys did this where you put it on a chain, and then imagine your favorite pendant inside, and it frames it like you would a frame in a photograph or a canvas on the wall. So you can frame it. It's a diamond weight of 36 points, so it's over 1/3 of a carat, and it looks fantastic. And we'll do white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. I definitely want to give you the close-up on it as well, because it's all that pure pave detail in those diamonds. Yes, I will attempt to hold this here and walk around here at the same time and zoom back so you can see the whole thing. That's important as well. And it's white, yellow, or rose, and it's super affordable, and I think very giftable. Because no matter what her own individual personal style, and there's the hidden bail. If you're wondering, how the heck do I put that on a chain though? It's that double bail. So you use both sides there of, it's essentially 2 bails, but you want to use both so that it sits evenly on the neckline. So that's the key there. Use both. Use both, and it'll sit really nicely, and your chain just, slides right on through it. And yes, it'll work for diamonds by the yard as well, which would be a nice little touch if you want to have some diamonds dotting the neckline as well. But it's only going to be, well, how about this? It's a brand new markdown. We've never offered at this price. In today's gold era, prices are not coming down, they're going up. We are doing exactly the opposite of what everyone else in the world is doing. While all your favorite jewelry stores and favorite places to shop, or maybe former places to shop, while they're all marking their prices up, we are doing exactly the opposite and making this $9.99 piece, and what used to be even on a sale event was $8.88. We're taking it lower than that. And again, the diameter is, I think we measured it at 3/4 of an inch. So yes, 3/4 of an inch diameter. So not a big difference from the bigger size we do, which is, I believe, 1 inch. So you've got a very small difference between the two. So this just saves you a bunch of money. It's not $8.88 or $7.77 or $6.99. It's not $5.99 in today's gold era. That is one to take advantage of. I love the extra additional mirror finish borders to that pave row, and we'll make it $499 only. That's it. And that will be for only a couple of years, because we've only got a couple in stock. And once that has to be remade, well, just like everything else, it's going to have a little different price tag once it is remade, because it only, just makes sense that way, logically. So that's a good one, $4.99. And speaking of what could symbolize love, this is a more unusual, kind of a less obvious way if you want it to have some meaning. If you just love the circle style like that, that's great too. But I do have a more, obviously, this is a beautiful way to show love, and that's a heart shape, and especially in a ruby, and especially in a glow like that has. Item number here is 1127370, and the deal is this. It's one of the brightest 109 heart-shaped stones. It's always lovely to see a 1 carat plus size. That's great. But then to have the red diamond look. And there haven't been a lot of red diamonds offered in this world, because it's really considered the rarest out there. But that's where, when a ruby starts to give clarity, because they don't usually, they look like you paint a red wall. If you were to take a big gallon of your favorite paint in a deep burgundy color and put it on that boring white wall behind me, that's what most rubies look like. Opacity. You don't see through them at all. They have no clarity. They have no glisten. They have no sparkle. Then you look at our Burma, and you can probably tell why it was plucked for the private collection. because suddenly ruby's looking very different. And suddenly some of you out there who probably have never looked twice at a ruby are suddenly now enamored with the idea that this could be your ruby in your collection that looks like this. Gorgeous color all the way through it. Beautiful 1 carat plus size. It's a 109. Then it's got 2 yellow diamond halos. That's 27 points. And another 80 points in the white diamonds. 107 overall. But the yellow and the white is what brings it. It makes it. It gives it special and obviously exotic. Those are also very bright yellow diamonds. Those aren't the typical color yellow diamonds. They're usually pale, not there. This is where I say all the rest pale in comparison. That's the way you get yellow diamonds. That's where they're ideal. Here's what I'll do. Jason's pulling a peanut on me. You're not on camera yet, Jason. If you want to come on up. It's been a long day, huh, Jason? All right. You've been pulling double shift with the rest of us, right? Here both days? Yeah. He's like, look at that. I'm a trooper. He gets the gold star for the day. But here's what we'll do instead of $79.99. Skip it. Skip it. Let's do really crazy pricing for this last 52 minutes we have. And I'm going to need your request because I've shown you almost everything I got. So this is important. This is awesome. This is one of those that you need to get in on right now. And it's not going to be $79.99, not half that at $4,000. This is what does not happen to rubies. Rubies especially that look like that. That's an incredible stone. It's a true heart shape. You see the defined cleft of it. It's not one of those wonky hearts where it goes way off the rails and gets really, really wide at the lobes and then narrows. It is a true perfect proportion heart shape. And this is the ruby that doesn't like to be cut any way but oval. And now that's achieved. Shouldn't that get points for posterity? Points for creativity? Extra, extra? That's what it's about. And you're not spending $4 or $3 or $29.99. And that is, oh, can you imagine how she is going to melt if you give that piece? Can you even imagine it? Can you even imagine if you were to give that to a loved one as a gift? Can you remember that? I mean, just imagine it. Imagine it for a moment and think about that. I love the memories of, isn't it true that it's better to give than receive? It's so true, right? And I'll never, I mean, you know, you think about the pieces you get, and then you think about when you gave something special to someone you care about, and that reaction is unforgettable, especially in a piece they can wear, and the fact that you see them, and you see them wearing your piece, and you know they love it, and they're proud to wear it. There is just something, and I say that because I know a lot of you only buy for yourselves. I get that. I've been shopping with you guys a long time. I know 99% of the purchases here, they're made for yourself. They're made by you for you. It's a to me, from me, and that's all fine and well. But I just can't help but think about maybe the romantic in me is saying, you know what, it's a heart shape. So maybe as much as you can absolutely give that to yourself, you might want to give that to someone you care about and have them enjoy such a beautiful, beautiful stone. And it's not $4,000 or $3,000. I promise, not $29.99. I know we're getting wonky on the prices, Tony, but it's my last 50 minutes of the day. It's my last 50 minutes, and I want to make it count. I want to make it really wonderful. I want to make it exciting. And it's not going to be $2,500. I'm blowing it out for $24.99 first caller. $24.99. That's right, Catherine, she was. Last week she was. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. Where is her little basket? Is it still here? I don't know where it is. All right, we'll have to find. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. Yes, Jess. Question? Oh, what kind of studs? Which ones?
Studs for a second piercing. She just got her second piercing.
Oh, who? Ooh, really? Who got their second piercing? Christy got. Wait, Christy in California or someone else? Oh, okay. What kind of studs? Because you know what I'm thinking of right now? Those white zircons we had yesterday. I'm just thinking. I don't know if they're second piercing worthy, but they're really good. Okay, let's move. Nobody likes the heart-shaped ruby. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only romantic in the house tonight. That's okay. Let's do this. There are a couple of really important pieces, and I know some of you were mad yesterday. Yesterday morning, I started the show with the best green zircon, and some of you saw the recording and said, wait a minute, you sold a green zircon way too cheap, and I missed it. I found something for you. Oh, yeah. So earlier tonight, gosh, this has been such a fun show, hasn't it? Earlier tonight, gosh, this is amazing. Let's do 3 shows a day, shall we? I mean, it's just so much fun. Don't laugh. Was that laugh or panic? I don't know. Anyway, I think that was just a little, like that nervous little, oh no, oh, would she please don't put it in the universe. Guys, we're sorry, Jess. I scratched that from the record. I did not say that. Delete the tape, Tony. All right, here's 111-9853. So earlier tonight, I was likening a color change Sphene we had to a Russian demantoid, both of which were the superstars of their categories. I don't know about you, but I think this one's following in the footsteps here. It's a green zircon, yes, but it looks like a Russian demantoid. It looks like a Sphene. Why? How's that happening with a zircon? Zircons aren't supposed to do that. This one is because it's very much like what we saw yesterday at the beginning. That was yesterday morning, first item of the day, and poof, it was gone. Because it was bright, open color, lively. This really does look like that Russian demantoid. Now, the Russian demantoid's only $80,000. And remember, that was a $20,000 discount tonight. True story. I brought a Russian demantoid. I took it 20,000 off. So it went from 100 G's to 80, and we were all thrilled. And now you're getting a stone that kind of looks like it. But it's zircon. It's still rare. It's still gorgeous. It's a 422. It's in yellow gold. It's a fabulous mounting with 76 points in diamonds. And it is going to be, okay, can I say this word on TV? It's going to be cheap. You're not supposed to say that. But I'm saying it because that's how low I'm going. Like we like inexpensive, affordable. No, this one's downright cheap. For what this stone is, it's on the hand. I know, Tony, I'm like, oh, he's pearl clutching back there going, don't say that C word. Don't say that on TV. Report her to the FCC. This is really cool. $49.99 should be, did you know how old the item number is there? That's the old price too. $49.99 should be more today. Let's go even lower. Let's make this a blast. I mean, this is going to go. Yellow gold, okay, so it's got to stay in the yellow. But I don't think I'd want it any other way. And you know my big beef with zircons is this, especially the greens. They get too dark. They do what tourmalines do too often, where it just suddenly looks like deep dark green, and then I'd rather have an onyx or a black diamond because they'd be cheaper. Here we go with the 422, bright green, looks like the demantoids or the Sphenes, and those are two very high-end stones, and so is this. This thing's probably saying, hey, listen, what am I, chopped liver? I'm not a Sphene or a demantoid, but I'm good looking and rare too. And yes, you are. Now let's get you home. It's not going to be $49, $39, $29, $19.99. I told you it's cheap. I told you that's the only word that really, really, truly describes what's happening here. And it's also not going to be $19.99 either. It was $49.99. Now it's less than $2,000 already, and I ain't done. We're going to make this easy. Yellow gold only. Tell me your size. We'll make it your size. We'll deliver it in your size. Ready to go. But it's also not even $18.99. It's $18.88 for the green zircon. The one I had yesterday was about a carat. That sold immediately. This is the 422, and it's big. And did you notice it's got radiant faceting? Radiant it is. Oh, good. We found some studs. Now, did we find out where Christy was calling from, Jess? Yes, Colorado. Christy in Colorado. We have, I think, the perfect earring for studs for a second piercing. Now, you have to wait your allotted time to take those starters out. Don't take them out too early. That was a very large boom. Okay, so let's go here to the studs for Christy, and you can tell me who wants that green zircon, but look at these diamond studs. Bezel set, 112, 1423. There is something about the bezels, and these like to play pinball up here, so I will try to corral them as best I can. But look at that stud earring. They are fabulous. They look bigger because bezel sets do that to the diamonds, and they're already big diamonds because they're 68 points overall. That means 34 points each. That means over a third of a carat, and that's a good size. NVS material. And that's what they look like. And of course, what a beautiful post and butterfly backing, but it's also this basket. It's solid all the way around. That's the bezel. So instead, I hesitate to even call it a basket because it's not just open and tinny and airy. It's actually got this wrapped around solid gold around the border and the edge. You've got the back of the basket all solid as well. And oh, I like this price tag. A new markdown too. And I can come in even closer so we can really evaluate the clarity for what that is. 34 points each. You choose yellow, white, or rose. Let me show them. I've got the power to show you here what they would look like in a first and a second piercing. So I'll be happy to do that for you because, well, that's important, right? Especially if she's looking for fine jewelry and you know how you want to, you know, make sure they're, especially when it's a newer piercing, make sure it's in that fine jewelry category in either 14 or 18 karat gold. But we're going to show you here, and I'm going to borrow one here, and I'm going to show you two ways because, you know, it's always nice to see multiple ways because a lot of you you don't have to wear them. I don't mean to say they're a small earring. They're not. That's what it would look like in the primary. So that's a good size, but we do a larger version. I really like that in the second. So I think we've chosen well here. I'm going to try to get rid of the shadow here if I can, because you can see that would work there, and excuse the piercings themselves. Obviously they've seen better days, but look at how beautiful that is second or first. So they really are. There's not, sometimes they tend to be a little too small or too large to work in both places, but you can. So the request was for a second piercing. You're seeing how they work first and second. And they could actually go third or fourth, I would say, as well. Back to the wheel we go, and then we will show you here what we can do on price tag, because they used to be $29.99, and we got to change that right now. First callers get, we've only got a couple pairs here available in stock. So if you want to get them, you know, really, really quickly, you want to dial in on the early side, and we will make them less than $1,000. They're $9.99 to get a stud earring like that. And thank you, Krista. I can't thank you enough for the request. It's awfully nice to have your company tonight, and I know as the show wears on, it's going to get a little bit, you know, perhaps a little less viewership. So we want to make sure that we get you in what you like to see. And so you're here. You might as well tell us what you're after tonight, what you'd like to get the discount and the savings on. And in our last 40 minutes that are here, it's important to do so. Okay, so $9.99 on those studs. And then we're going to be on our way. We've got a yellow diamond deal for you as well. If you have any questions, I'm thinking I might find something to auction off here. We did still have the green zircon if anybody wants it. And then there's a blue. And then there's a Mandarin. And there's another, oh, this star ruby is everything. I love this star ruby. This feels like a firework to me. It does. It doesn't need to be the 4th of July. It can be the 2nd of March. And you always have the fireworks at your disposal. Look at this ruby, and we'll zoom back. But first, a good look at the mounting. Stick into my tweezers. There it is. You know what I think we need to do, though? I think we need to just find a different stone, because it looks like the star, and it's kind of off to one side. And so if you don't mind that, I'll give you a great deal, because it's still there. It's just, again, it's kind of where the light is and where the stone is. But look how defined that 6-legged star is. That star ruby with this firework effect twirling around it. I love the mounting. I think it's super cool, and how appropriate that it might look like a star or sparklers. Or maybe it's a, what do they call that when a star explodes? Is it a supernova or something like that? It's just, it can be it's very celestial, but very bright. And then, so it's fitting for the star of the ruby. We're going to make this easy. It's white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, whatever you want. It's 1118472, and that is a 247 star ruby. So quite sizable. In that star stone, I do want to show you the blue zircon earrings, because I cannot believe for even a second that they're still here from this morning. So I will show you those before we go. And if you'd like this one, let's see if we can bring up some info first for you. I'd like to make sure you have some bearing. There it is, 8472, and it's 247 with a carat in diamonds. So they're kind of bursting and twirling and wrapping and moving, but there's still a lot of diamond weight there. And that one's 1888. 1888. And if you'd like that one of a kind, 2.5 carat, great. I have a blue zircon here. That's fantastic as well. This looks like the match to what we need to see coming up to recap from this morning is the earrings. But look at that ring. First of all, there's only one ring here and one pair of earrings. Let me just show them together. We'll do a your choice of. How about the set? How about the a la carte you choose? Now, obviously, I think you're going to want to get them both. But here we go. There's the ring. Here is 1/2 of an earring that is truly extraordinary. I'm trying to be, you know, again, really aware that I don't know if everybody sticks with us for all 6 hours every day. So here's what we'll do. I've got the earrings, I've got the ring. You choose what you like. The earrings are a recap. They debuted this morning. And then we've got the ring that's got a new reduction in price. So the ring is not brand new. We've seen it a couple of times, but it's got a new price. So really works. Now, if you want the earrings, they're going to be at number 7866. And then the ring, that ring, double refraction on full display, but with these bright, powerful blues. And we already did have the gent style earlier with the blue zircon. So we know where that went out the door. That found its home. So now we're just waiting. Can the fabulous zircon ladies pieces find their homes? I think they can if I do it right. The earrings are only $34.99 with these large halos of the tapered baguettes around and around and around them. And then that's $34.99 for the earrings. You're seeing the information on the earrings now. They're in the 18 karat gold, centered post, butterfly backings, incredible diamond weight at 107, looks like more. That would be $34.99. If you like the ring is going to be item number 112-6307. And that will be the 325. Actually, that's a really good size too. It's going to be similar size to what you have in the earrings individually. It's a 325 with 70 points in diamonds. That zircon ring in the backdrop, I'll do that for a new low, $18.88. That's it. And then we've got more opal, freeform opal coming up. Dove's Tail designer diamond piece. We've got Mahenge Spinel that's affordable. Diamond drop earrings, yellow tourmaline, cross bangle bracelet, Tahitian pearl pendant, color change garnet ring. You name it, we've got it. But that's where you get $18.88 for the ring. Remember the whole set, everything you see right there up there on your screen, that'd be $53.87 to get everything up there. And you are set for life on fabulous blue zircons. No question about it. $18.88 for the ring, $34.99. Let's get to our freeform opal pendant. I'll just flash a bunch of things. You tell me if anything catches your eye. I'll give away the pricing. We'll just give away the farm here on the pricing. I mean, that's what we're doing. Everything's got to go. End of our night, end of our weekend. We're back tomorrow night, though, so don't think we're going anywhere. We'll be back tomorrow night at 5 to 8. But look at this. That is a gorgeous opal. This is called a freeform. It's because it's got a little bit more unique of a shape. I mean, it's really more trillion-like than anything, so I wouldn't say totally freeform. Sometimes freeforms look like amoebas. This one is really just a trillion that's elongated. It is, let's see here, item number 112-3077. That's a pendant. I'm holding it by the bail. And then, of course, you get to get that diamond bezel set. There's that bezel set theme we've got going on here tonight. A nice bezel set diamond piece. That looks awfully pretty. 85 points on the opal, so we do bring you that carat weight. And then you've got the bezel set diamond. It's a one-pointer. And then you do have the yellow gold setting, and that's where your bail is hidden. It's part of the design. Comes up top, reaches up towards the middle. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And there is only just the one. Boy, that's some bright colors in it. Blues and greens galore. And that's going to be our 85 pointer. And that one will be, you know what, first caller can have it for $1 just because I want to move it and I want someone to have it. And I want to say thank you for being with us tonight. Somebody needs a very special moment there. So why not? Australian Lightning Ridge Opal. We'll see if anybody's with us. I like that one. I know, and you know what? I can guarantee you it's worth more. I can do that with everything we have. Everything I have for you is worth more than what you're paying. Everything. And yikes, we have nobody on that one yet. Okay, well, I told you I pay more than you do. I do. Let's see. Wait a minute. I hear a phone. I hear a phone. Tell me who's got it. Who is it? Thank you so much. Patricia, she's got it. Patricia, thank you, thank you, thank you. Way to go. It's gone. Done, done, done. Thank you so much. Let's get to something else. Patricia from where? Oh, good. Patricia in Texas, thank you so much. And so sorry, guys, we have a couple of you waiting to get through. It is gone. Thank you, Patricia. Well done. We'll have it right out to Texas for you. Thank you for being with us tonight. How nice. So we have a crazy cool 35 minutes left. I love buying jewelry. Even because it's, again, I like giving more than receiving. I do. So that, Patricia, very, very welcome and enjoy it. Thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and move on to this Mandarin. This Mandarin is a mega Mandarin. It's 5495 and it is a 210 collection. Yes, private collection, Mandarin garnet, super clean, 210 with 77 points. We got a crazy cool 35 minutes left. And please, while you're on the phones, give me your request too. Tell me what you want to see. We'll bring it out from the vaults. I am not scared to bring anything out. I don't care what it is. We will find a way to discount it. Let's not ignore this last 35 minutes we have together. It's 112-5495 on this incredible Mandarin. This feels a little bit like we had the firework. Now we have the sunshine. It's all working. There feels like a lot of cool celestial designs happening right now. And if there is anything from the 2.5 hours that you're loving on, please get it before it's gone, because at the end of the night, we know one thing. Pieces go. I'll tell you, this morning, we had a lot of pieces left until 30 minutes before the end. And then everything went. And I think we had, what, the blue zircons left. And I just showed you. The earrings were left over, and that was about it. So here's our 210 with the 77 points and the diamonds around it. That's a double halo. Got the bigger ones and the smaller ones, and we love to see them together there. And you know what I'll do? Now that I know we have about 8 of you with us, we're going to do something wild. Because let's all shop. Let's all find out who's ready to shop a deal. I get it. This is not $59.99 anymore. I'm not going to take it down to that price or even half of that price at $3,000. Let's make it easy. And this Mandarin, you have to see this on the hand though, because it's a very large ring. If you don't like big jewelry, please do not buy this because you will send it back. You will say, Lolo, you steered me wrong. That ring's way too big. It looked totally normal in your hand. I can't handle it. But then if you are the opposite, if you're one of those gals like myself who says, oh, no, 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 jewelry can never be too big. I like big jewelry. Give me big gems. Give me a lot of gold. Give me great diamond weights. That's what you have here. And it's not $29. It's not $19.99. It's one of our newer designs that's already been discontinued. Why? Not because it wasn't beloved and popular, because it uses too much darn gold. We can't make it in today's $3,000 an ounce gold era. Can't do it. This isn't even $19.99. White, yellow, or rose, by the way, I'm going to still, I know we're not supposed to do this with the discount. I'm still going to give you whatever gold color you want. And we got box after box after box after box of hundreds of pieces of jewelry. So that's why I would rather show you what you want to see than me kind of guess. Because again, my guessing radar is probably off tonight. But I know what value is. And no matter what I show, it's a value. We have literally 32 minutes left together today. I see you tomorrow night as well. I hope you will join me for our Monday Night Madness. It's must-see. It's markdowns, and there's a lot of great new jewelry. So that's going to be happening. And then here we go. This is going to be better than $19.99. It's only $1,888. And that's it. First caller takes it. It's a big, beautiful, really just, it feels, I don't know how you look at that and not feel this sense of like happiness and energy between the color of the stone and that literal like sunshine gold pattern that's done first, and then the outer halos and just breathtakingly beautiful diamonds that really give it some bold and some bright and some unique. That is what it's about. And let's recap. Let's just recap. I'm not getting requests, and I'm done showing you what I have. So here's what I'll do. I'll show you what's left, and we're going to build quite a wheel because, hey, maybe you were watching something else. I don't know. Maybe so. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together, and by the way, did we not find Christy any earrings for her second piercing? That's it? I know. So is that, she didn't love those? All right, Christy, if you can guide us now. I don't know. Did she say diamonds only, or did she want color? We could do colored stones. We could do something with a little pattern to it. We could do little like North Stars. If you don't, Christy, I didn't talk to you, but Christy, if you don't like diamonds bezel set, please let me know if we can find you something else, because I want to get y'all set up, because I know how earscaping is very important right now. So we will make sure that you get all that you need. And then we also have, well, that's not left, okay. Got a few pieces left here that are under $1,000. I want to show you those. I think we can probably skip the 427 Russian demantoid. That's only down to $80,000 though, so we did mark that down 20 grand tonight. And I only brought that out because it looked just like a Sphene that we had earlier, but it's already sold. Let me show you what's left, mostly from earlier in the show. Give you a couple last minute options here. I'm going to put together a little under $1,000 deal. I'm always amazed when anything under $1,000 sticks around because it's fine jewelry. And my sterling silver fans and friends are going, I can't buy sterling silver for under $1,000 anymore. What's up? Yeah, it's all because the metals market isn't just, it's not exclusive to just gold. Gold is not the only metal going up. And so let me put together a little wheel here, some diamonds. These are all one of a kinds, by the way. So please inquire and dial early. This is the Diaspore that I'm pretty crazy about. And then we've got a ruby here. And then I also have some diamond earrings I'm going to show you. But this is the ruby, the diamond ring, and the Diaspore. It's like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, right? Okay, that was probably a major flashback to the 80s, but here we are. This is going to be ruby, platinum, 49 point. They've all been presented earlier in full. If you need the graphics again, happy to do it. We have a 221 Diaspore on the opposite end, and then we have a 99 point diamond band ring in the middle with yellow gold. I know. Oh, I know. Yeah. Under a grand, but they're grand. They're definitely grand. Maybe grand needs to be in caps because it's a grand wheel, but they're all under $1,000. You know what? Do anything you want up here. $949. Not even $999. We'll go $949. Anyone you want, but they're only one onlys. That's it. Only one onlys. Only the lonely. Now I sound like Ping. She used to say that. Only the lonely. That was her way of saying one only. Only the lonely. But let's not leave them lonely for long. They just need a good house. They need a good home. They need a good person to just love on them and wear them and enjoy them. Sounds like I'm adopting little animals at the shelter, which I really, yes, that's even better than this, I gotta say. When you see like adoptions happen, and remember, it's one of those things where, yeah, these are pieces that need good homes as well. And for $9.49, we trade an exquisite piece of jewelry for a tiny little price tag. On these particular ones, the platinum is gonna stay in platinum. That's platinum. That's gold. That stays here in yellow gold. This one can be changed though. The Diaspore can be changed any gold color you want. So let me know $9.49. When they go, but we're probably, yeah, we're not gonna leave them here. Do you wanna see the merengue? Let's just add to it. Take a merengue with pink diamonds and white diamonds for $9.49. I don't know, I'm just putting jewelry up. I gotta find something that we're gonna love together. And now we're doing this incredible value. What about, should we see a little, maybe do you want something for the neckline instead of rings? Are we not in a ring mood? We can do something crazy here. All right, so let's take a look at this one. We've got a very, very special dove's tail diamond pendant in two-tone gold. If you're a two-tone gold lover, because it ties everything together, we'll show you that. There's our dove's tail design. Big pendant. Half yellow, half white gold, all fabulous, 6008. That's going to be our 90-point platinum and 18-karat gold piece, larger pendant. That's also going to be $9.49. You take whatever you love. It's not going to sit on its own up there, so let me see if I can find something else. You know, I did have some really cool North Stars. If she doesn't want traditional, I was thinking still about that second piercing deal. If you want something a little less traditional, then let's say a diamond stud. We do have these gorgeous North Star designs that's so much, I think, just more unusual than a stud. Studs are 1 in a million. You see them all the time. They're over and over and over. Look how beautiful that is. With this pointed star design, we got to show these next. That's an earring I have in all 3 gold colors. Let's just blow up the lines here. And if you like any of those rings, including, this is kind of the surprise, the sneak there. That's the one that's like my little let's see who's paying attention deal, because we have a $49.99 ring up there for $9.49 right now, and nobody knows it. Because I know if maybe we need to just put up the graphics real quick and I'll give it 60 seconds, because you haven't seen it fully presented till right now. And there is a double halo in pinks, and there is a white diamond halo around that, and it is a merengue spinel in the middle. And you got to take it first because it's so underpriced here. And we're doing that one. Item number is 1122504. Yes, here's the Diaspore again on the hand. Like I said, these were presented earlier, so that's why we can bring up the graphics here as a little addendum to the show. But there we go with 1124267. We have 25 minutes in our Sunday. And then we don't see you now till tomorrow night. It's at 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Keep that in mind. Do not forget about our weeknight shows. I know we bombard you with jewelry all weekend long now. We've got weekday shows as well, Monday through Friday. So keep that in mind. This is the 221, 83 points in diamonds, and that will be $9.49. That's a 221 color-changing one-source Diaspore. That's really incredible. To think about a $5,000 ring here on this show that you're getting for $9.49, and you've got the greens, the goldens, there's already flashes of pink. This one actually had that rare turquoisey color flashing from within, which is very, very unusual. And it's white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. You even get to decide your gold color, and that's free. Meaning we're not going to charge you to make a new mounting, even though we're making a new mounting if you need it in white or rose. So that's a fabulous way to go. Forget about the spinel. I don't need to advertise that at $9.49. That was just a little gimme. But here we go with the Diaspore one time up close, 1124267. We'll see who's got it. I'm going to come in a little closer, and then we're going to show you some really cool earrings that look like a lot of those big designers. Everyone seems to be doing the North Star. These spiky stars, these beautiful pointed, lavish star designs. I've got our VS Diamond version, which is going to beat everybody out in retail, and we're going to make these incredibly affordable and have all 3 gold colors to show you as well. Any questions? Oh, sure. Oh, no, I'm really not. Jess, I shouldn't be selling that at $9.49, but here we go. Here it is. There's the merengue on the hand. That one is kind of I should not be talking about that. That's 1122504. There's all your information. It's a 35-point glowing merengue out of Tanzania. Hey, Renee, what's up? Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Kirsten. I love that. Wait, does Kirsten do shows too? I'm confused. She said, I can't quit work to do 3 shows. I have to work to get. Okay, she knows we have more than 3 shows, right? Okay. All right, so that's here. Wait, they didn't take the merengue? Thank you. Thank you for not taking that. All right, let's get to our star earrings. I'm so excited about these. These feel, not everyone's a slave to designers. I know I am, and I'm not ashamed about it, but that's the earring. I know they're much prettier like this. That's how they're intended to sit. So just forgive me that when they sit on the wheel, they're going to do that, okay? Now, you can wear them that way, but I really think you should wear them the other way. They're intended to wear point to point, like think northeast, southwest. Like when you get out your compass. Right? No, we don't use those anymore. But we think about it as northeast, south, and west. So that's how they're going to sit, but they can be more squared off like this. Let me show you one in rose and one in yellow. You're obviously going to get a set up here. Here's the yellow. Here's the rose. I would love this as a first or second piercing. I think it works either way. I will smoosh them all together a little bit so you can see them. And again, you are going to get a match pair. I just don't want to clutter our wheel too much. It's item number 1113478. Now, Tracy, is she YouTubing while at dinner? That's got to be a big no-no. I wasn't expecting. She said about an hour ago she was going to dinner. And now she's here doing crying, laughing emojis on YouTube. That is a true, dedicated TVON family member right there. Oh, the things I've heard about people watching our show when they probably shouldn't be, where they're at, what they're doing when they're watching the show, like on their phone. I don't know where your mind went, Tony, but I just mean like, you know, at family gatherings on a Sunday when they should be probably, or maybe at, I don't know, maybe worshiping, and I don't know. Anyway, for those of us that worship jewelry, we're here for you all Sunday long. And this is going to be our superstars, really. They're designer stars. They feel very, I'm not going to name names, you already know the big designers that do this and make it so well known. We're so proud to have these. They're 36 points in diamonds. I think they work well in primary and second piercings. I've got 13 of them, piercings that is. So I know how, again, creating these designer looks, it's fun to mix and match. And you know, back in the day when I was a kid, it was about second piercings, always had a stud. But I don't think we're always necessarily doing that these days. I think it's fun to mix it up a little bit. You can kind of, again, tell a story, show a little personality with how you utilize your earrings. And studs don't have to be as simple as one stone in a basket setting. They can be a little more unique like these are. I'm just going to borrow this one if I may. I'm going to show you one on, and we're going to give away some earrings in white, yellow, or rose, limited quantity. And notice that it might be 36 points, but there are really good size individual diamonds here that you have, especially the middle, inside where the other kind of spikes, if you will, meet. Look how beautiful this is. And I don't have a backing on, so again, if it tends to fall a little forward, I'll just give it a little prop, because, you know, don't have the backing here handy. But look how beautiful those are when you see the way that looks from a distance away. And I think that would work if you actually, well, you know what, Tony, let me grab tweezers and I can hold them up in different places on the ear so you can start to imagine what they would look like, because I'm still thinking about our requester who wanted something for a new second piercing. I think it would probably work. As far as third and fourth, kind of just depends on what kind of room you have in your lobe, but I love this as a second. I don't really have any issue with that. I think it really works there too. So again, I think you could probably work them up the third, the fourth, the fifth too. Just kind of depends. But look how beautiful they are, and they're different and distinctive and designer and lovely. All right, back to the wheel we'll go. I'm going to show you what we can do here. This is going to be better than $9.99, and they are so designer, lavish, special, different, bold. We just did some studs for $9.99. I'm telling you, no offense to stud earrings. They're a classic. We all got to have them. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you're out, no matter who it is, jewelry lovers or not, men or women, you know, older or younger, doesn't matter. What's going to get more wow factor? I think it's going to be this over a little just pinpoint diamond stud. I really do. I think this is going to look different, look special. Obviously, you get more sparkle because each diamond has 58 facets. Each one is going to be brilliant. So if you can get a lot of diamonds together, it's going to have more ability to sparkle and capability than whatever one little single stone is going to have. And as someone who, again, we have determined and we have confessed today and many times that I am obsessed with sparkle. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go with something that's going to give me more sparkle. More. Give me different sizes of diamonds, catching the light at different angles. Give me all those little different pinpoints and spikes and all of that. And I'm going to make them better than $9.99 because I have to. I cannot waste the next 19 minutes of this precious, valuable, one-on-one time with you. Let's make it happen. We'll give away some jewelry. Who cares, right? I mean, I'm not even supposed to be doing this show, so here we go. It just kind of gives me all the freedom in the world to do whatever I want, give you these great values. Big end of the show Sunday. It's our big finale. Let me know if there's anything you're thinking about from earlier. We'll help you out. Look at that. That's not $9.99, $8.88, $7.77, $6.99. We have got to go. And I would get one of each color too, because then you could actually think of if you put the stars up the ear. If you have multiples, not everybody does, but if you have multiple piercings, you could even mix and match. I like doing that. I like doing all the same earring over and over, but sometimes mixing and matching the gold colors. I'm telling you, it makes a statement. It gives you the wow. I'm not doing $6.99 or $5.99. I'm not sure what it's going to take, but I know this. I know value. I know we've got big diamonds there. I know they're these lovely designer high-end stars, but not stars like, you know, the one outside the fast food joint where you're getting the charbroiled burgers, right? Not that. That can look a little hokey, right? There, I said it. This one is the high-end way you do design. No $5.99 either? All right, one pair gone. Can you hold them on the phone lines before you say, you know, process that and sell? Let's not sell them at $5.99. Let's help everybody out right now. Let's give you a value that's better. Let's give away some jewelry for our last now 17 minutes. Big oversized butterfly backings. Look at that backing. That's not normal. That's the backing. That's the backing? Well, these are the backings on them, so wow. Yikes. Let's not even do $5.99. Let's go all-time low, beautiful, gold, bright. I mean, this is an earring you're probably going to put on every single day. And they're not a stud. No problem with studs. Get your studs too. Have your studs. But if you want something to elevate, step up, get you that very couture look, let's make it even easier. $499 for the pair. And I'm thinking about getting a couple pairs. I'm thinking about getting maybe a white, a yellow, and a rose, or get what you wear. You know, if you're more of a yellow gold, white gold girl, get both. Then they always match, and they're always going to go with everything else you put on that day. The ensemble from head to toe is going to look great, dripping in diamonds, sparkling in spark stars, as I've sometimes named these designs. And again, they're not, I don't think, as cute when they're sitting like that. I think they are cuter when they're sitting like this, which is the way they're intended because of where the post is. That's how they're supposed to sit in the ear, just like that. North, east, south, west. See the longest points of that spike star or star spike or spiky star or whatever you want to call it, spark star, whatever it is. It is going to be that look. That's how the post. Now, we still didn't put that post at the very top. That was clever. So again, you still get that little spike that's going to cover that piercing because, you know, even if your piercing looks fabulous, you know, if it's brand new and fabulous, you don't want to see it. You want to see diamonds and gold. You want to see precious metal and sparkle. You want to see a beautiful big diamond in the center and then all those little spikes outward. Yes. Who is she? Christy! Woo! Colorado, Christy? She getting a white gold. Oh, you talking about the one we just had? The Diaspore ring is just sold. Congratulations. Well, Christy in Colorado, thank you so much. I put them up for you and everybody else. Like Jason's caller is getting one and Jess's caller is getting a pair. And somebody just took one of each gold color over there. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Pam just took one of each color. And under $1,500 to get one of each color. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sunday specials. And end of the show is here, and that Diaspore is now spoken for. Well done. Let me put that aside for you. If you'd like the earrings, very busy on the phone lines. I don't think anybody's surprised why. Lolo going too low. A little too low. She got to just be low, not low. Tony, yesterday when you had to put up, remember I couldn't get a ring off, and you had to, we have a little bumper shot, as I call it, when I can't get a ring off. It's too small, and you put up, what's her name? Lola. Lola. You put up Lola, and Lola was watching, and Lola saw herself on TV. She did. She did. I think she was sleeping at the moment, but you know, Lola's mommy said, "Hey, Lola, you're on TV." And she perked up. She woofed. She saw a very good-looking dog. All right, $4.99. My mom was she was so funny. She was like, it was so cool seeing my dog on TV. And I was like, what? She was like, it was just so cool. I mean, it was like my dog was sitting there on the sofa and then I saw her on TV at the same, I'm like, Mom, what, really? She said, I kid you not. I think she realized it then the second she said it. It was just so cool. And I get it. You know what I actually think is kind of interesting? I mean, she's got a point though. Because if I was in her living room, sitting with her on the sofa, she would not see me on TV. That's true. You know, that's what the actors, that's what they got me beat. You know, we can't watch ourselves because we do live, right? It's all live, right? That's true. So I guess Mom's got a good point. I guess maybe one day if she ever, like if I'm in the living room and we're sitting there in Vegas and she turns on the TV and sees me, well, first of all, there's going to be that's some AI at work right there. That's some AI magic for sure. But I guess she'd probably get a kick out of that. She'd be like, oh, that's so cool. You're here, but you're there. Yeah, that's probably why she's wishing I was an actor. Yeah, picking up a gold statuette right now on stage in Hollywood. Instead, she's like, no, I never even see my kid because she's always there selling stuff on TV. Right? Yeah, oh, the good life. But here we go, $4.99. $4.99. Thank you, everybody. I'm so glad. Christy, thank you for getting a pair. I was thinking of you, thought they might work. They give a little style. They give a little extra. The quality of the diamonds is superb. And then you've got the $4.99 price tag, and they are very popular across all of our shoppers tonight. I'm so glad to see you like them. Those haven't been there in a long time. They've been here a while because that old item number, again, that's going to give you a nice value discount, gold savings, diamond savings. But I do love that we have that really special opportunity, and $4.99 gets them to you. Hey, it's last call, 12 minutes left in the show, so if there is anything, this is the time when all the pieces start to go from the day. So make sure you have any questions you have, or if you need to see something again, that's the best thing to do is give us a call and we'll show it to you one more time, and then you're going to make the best decision for you. You'll know if it's for you or not. If you're on the fence sitting there thinking about it, well, at this point you probably need to have it. But let us show it to you one more time, answer any questions you might have, and we can go from there. But let's take a look. I've got a really special, you know what everyone was oohing and on was the fabulous Zambarn garnet. It's still here. It was by request, but that's kind of one of those requests we get a lot, and just to see it, you know, just because, you know, you want to see what museum pieces look like. I have a Zambarn, but I also have this one that I thought, this cannot stay the day. It was here earlier this morning, or was it yesterday? Either way, it was here in the morning. It's a Tanzanite with mehenges. And I know some of you are going, I don't know, it's no diamonds. It's more rare than diamonds because it's got the match pair mehenges and it's all Tanzanian, and you've heard me tout this and love on this, and yet it's still here. So let's give it another shot. 7010 is the item number. It's our 5.5 in the Tanzy, in the pear shape, with the mehengue spinel pear shapes as well. And that's going to be one only. And yeah, there are no diamonds. But it's a lot more rare than something that does have diamonds because mehengue spinels are irreplaceable. They were discovered in 2007. Like, we were all alive. Chances are, I don't usually have I don't have a younger audience usually. Although sometimes we have grandkids stop by. It's so fun. I know, I love that when the future generations are into the gems. Yes? Yes, I can. Are you talking about the yellow gold ring with all the diamonds? Yes, this one here on the hand. We had this earlier as well, 1127-148. It looks like we have someone verifying right now on this 99-point all baguette, all tapered baguette diamond ring. And that is in the solid yellow gold, and that stays in the yellow gold. That one is $949, by the way, and look what that does. It's like, how'd they fit all those little mirrors into all those different sections of gold? But it's actually baguette diamonds. Love those, and they're VS, and they're top notch. They really gotta be closer to a VVS, very, very slightly included. I mean, that's what that stands for, very slightly or very, very slightly. So they didn't get all that creative when they dubbed the acronyms for these different clarity gradings, but that's here for $949. Let's go back to our Tanzy and mehengue, all Tanzanian, born and bred stones, and 2 exclusive stones to that nation. And this one is going to be in white gold only, and that one's only $23.99, so that's a big value. Got a great savings for you there on the 5.5 carat alone. $430 a carat plus the mehenges for free, and some gold there for free as well. So that's not bad. Love that one. And then if you have any questions before we go, last chance, last call on the show. This is it, guys. We're down to 9 minutes left. 9 minutes is always 9 minutes, and we only got 9 of them left. And what'd you take, Jason? Did you get the earrings too? I love those. Who got them? Hi, Molly. From where? New Mexico. Wonderful. And what color did Molly decide to get? White gold. Well, welcome to Molly. Thank you so much, and enjoy those very chic designer earrings. They will sparkle in the natural beauty of your habitat beautifully. They really will. That's a beautiful place. All right, so $23.99. That's it. All right, no go on that one. Let's show you something else. And then again, last call for requests. Give us a request or two if you've got one. I personally, now I know our Diaspore, our 2 carat already went out the door. So now let me show you the radiant. This is the one that we actually brought out earlier this morning for a request, and I was a little bit shocked to see this radiant hang out. So maybe tonight's the night. Look at that. We do have only 8 minutes remaining in this show, so let us know what requests or anything else we can show you before we go. We see you tomorrow night. Same time, same place as this show, 5 to 8 Pacific time. 112-6791. And I didn't used to be with you on Mondays for about, well, that lasted about 6 weeks. And now I'm back with you on Mondays, and then again, that's 5 to 8. So this one's item number 112-6791, and it's our 339 color change Diaspore, and that is the radiant. This was what caused waves, shock waves, headlines. When I had a radiant cut and a pendant about a week ago, this is the 339 radiant cut in the ring with the 49 points in the diamonds, triple split shank, and it's not even $39.99 anymore. This is such a beautiful stone. And do you see what's happening? The greens, yes, they're there. The champagnes, yes. The golden colors, yes. But there's that purple and pink and mauve coming through, indicating what that stone changes to when you're in an incandescent light. It's not $39.29 or $19.99. One beautiful 3 carat 39 stone. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And yes, I'm going lower than even $19.99 for you. That's what it looks like on the hand. You can choose to change the gold if you want to. You certainly can. Please be our guest. Please do so. This is a one only. It's not 19, 18, 17, 16. Whoa. $15.99. Not even close. This one, $14.99. Look at the flash on that stone. A radiant cut, and it is amazing. Amazing stone. One only there, and the Diaspores will be done and gone. So that's the beauty there, that radiant cut, and I love the way it anchors it. Takes that band, which is already wide, and then just kind of widens it up towards that halo, meets up with the center of the radiant cut there. $14.99 only, and again, yellow gold now, but you can take any gold color you want. And that is one for the ages. That just makes sense to me. Just a 339, but looks bigger, I would say, because we just had the 2 carat that just sold a few moments ago. That was a 220. I think this looks even bigger. I mean, it's quite the tower of amazing Turkish Diaspore. One source in the world, phenomenal color-changing gem, and just one person gets to take that home. Better yet, you don't even have to take it home. We just send it to you. Even more convenient. Even better. Do all the work. We'll make sure it's the right size for you, then get it out to your door. And don't forget the alexandrite certified from earlier, also still hanging out here. We did have, the Asher cut. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the Asher cut's found its home. It was our Asher cut blue wing. We did eventually get the trillion a home, but the Asher cut remains right here. The 464, take a look at this. Whoa, just again, this is the one I literally did not show you this morning. Literally couldn't show you because I was so just not enamored with the price, which means I didn't like it. And it just is going to be 7742 right now. That Asher cut is our 464 with 67 points in diamonds in the double row that run underneath it. An incredible stone, no doubt. And that is down to $2,299. So we can take another last gander at that. Just really take it in. If you want that Diaspore, let me know. We'll show you a couple pieces that are left here. There's the Diaspore. There's the Asher. These are all fancy cuts. Still have the Mandarin. I don't know. The Mandarin garnet for $18.88. When big Mandarins are... they're the price of Paraibas. I can't say it any more simply. Totally different stones, but they're on the same level of pricing increases. The Mandarin there is a 210, and that's only $18.88. So everything on this wheel is $22.99 or less. We got the under 2,000 here, and we've got the under 2,000 here with that Mandarin garnet. That is exquisite. Isn't that pretty? I like that one. That's a nice one. And then what else do we have? Something else to show you here. I think these Tanzanite earrings need a home personally. The Tanzanite drops, yeah, they definitely need a home. This is the Tanzanite fancy cut. Had some earrings, actually a whole set went out this morning, and they were fancy cuts as well. But this is just an earring. I don't have a pendant to go with it, but they have this great kind of spearheaded style here. Very, very beautiful. Big diamonds. That's the well, I don't remember that number. Let me go look. But I just want to zoom back a touch here so you can also see the drop earrings that we have here for you. That's going to be item number 1124202 on the Tanzanite earrings here. And just to show you, those earrings give you a better look. And don't worry, if you want to put up the graphics, we can block that Mandarin for a minute just to make sure you see what those Tanzanites are all about. Fancy cut, kind of like a pear shape, but cooler. There's just like an edge to them, quite literally. And then you've got the big bezel set diamond and the diamonds up top here. It's a post and butterfly backing. Really good blue wing block D museum reserve color, of course. And that's going to be a pair of earrings under $5,000. They are $49.99 for those earrings. So you can get, and you see how they play together. Even though we have the Asher cut in the center and you've got the fancy cuts in the back, all the blue wing block Ds, no matter what the cutting is, they're always going to work beautifully together. The color is going to be the same. The saturation is there. So you've got the $49.99 earrings, the $22.99 ring for the Asher. You've got the $14.99 Diaspore that cannot stay the show. And then we have the $18.88 Mandarin garnet. So what would you like off this little recap wheel? Got a last few minutes to gather to get your favorites, to tell you a little bit about this fabulous weekend, and thank you for being a part of it, for all these shows. It's been a pleasure, and we will be again seeing you again hopefully tomorrow night. It's 5 o'clock Pacific. That's the evening. 5 o'clock Pacific to 8 o'clock Pacific time. 3 hours live for your Must See Monday. Looking forward to that, and I will see you then. So if you have any requests for me, any questions, we will do what we can here to get all these fabulous pieces out the door. If there is anything you want to inquire about here, this is the time to do it. We still have 2 minutes of airtime to pop in that request, give you another look at it, answer any questions, show you graphics, try it on, all that. And then we can get you a great piece on the way at a great value, because that's all we've had tonight. It's been exquisite values really all weekend long. Want to thank you for being with me. Thank you for tolerating me for all these shows in a row. I know it's a lot. So again, appreciate that. Roll with it. We're all trying to roll with it here. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it. And we're making up with it with values. The values have been just supremely, everything's discounted. It's as simple as I can say it. We got carte blanche to discount everything just to make sure that any piece you love has the price that you love even more. And that's really been the whole MO tonight and this whole weekend. It'll continue. Must See Monday is back. So I can't wait. We'll see you tomorrow night at 5. I hope you're with us promptly, because we have an incredible Monday. You know, every show's different. So it's not just the same old, same old, same old, same old. We got all these new items every single show you tune in. We've got amazing collectibles tomorrow night as well, but also plenty of affordable. And we've got some new gents rings coming out. So it's our big Monday night together. I hope you'll join me for that. And please do. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got 3 hours. We're just going to, as usual, just pack in the values, pack in the deals, get you the discounts. And we are also here. If you have any questions, we're here for a couple minutes after we go off the air. So even though we're leaving you on TV in about 45 seconds, we'll be here. The phone lines stay open for a couple more minutes. And we thank you again for anytime you've spent with us throughout the last weekend and beyond. We're so thankful to have your company as always. Thank you for watching. Thank you for shopping. Welcome to our many, many new registers. There have been too many to even count in this weekend alone. And thank you and welcome. And I'm so glad you have found the premier place for the finest in jewelry in the world at the great values to go along with it. And so again, it's been a pleasure being with you this weekend. I will see you tomorrow night, 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock Pacific time. We look forward to it. That's 8 to 11 Eastern. So we've got an amazing Monday. It's Must See Monday, and it's markdowns all night. So I can't wait to see you then. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. From all of us at TVON, I'm Lauren Blair. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5.